the Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach, the Green Hornet. Adventurer, not 1 cent for tribute. The events and characters depicted in this drama are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Is that the gas station on the next corner, Kruger? Not that one, Zelly. Can't you see how much he's charging for gas? That one's okay. The one we want's around the next corner. Which way? Turn left. There's the place. Here it goes!
Well, boys, I guess we won't have no more trouble with that guy.
Not now, Slagle.
Drink up, boys. You sure the bomb did a good job?
I was watching through the rearview mirror, Slagle. Kruger tossed that pineapple right into the middle of the gas pumps. Don't worry, boss. You can pick up what's left of the place with an eyedropper.
That's fine. From now on, he'll pay protection dough along with the rest.
You got a sweet racket, Slagle. Sure. Every gas station in the city is kicking in.
They're paying for protection, Sally. I make sure nothing happens to them.
And if they don't pay?
They run into trouble like tonight. You were careful not to let anyone see you?
We went by too fast, boss. Yeah, we used a stolen car. This is a couple of blocks further on. The only guy that has an idea it was us is the guy we bombed. Catch him talking. Besides, he don't know for sure. All he's got is suspicion.
Right. A guy who's scared don't make a good witness. You need more than suspicions for proof.
You said it, boss.
As for the police, they can't prove a thing when they ain't got witnesses.
Mr. Case, get the district attorney on the phone for me. Have Lowry here when I'm through talking.
Yes, Mr. Reed.
Snap it up.
Well, looks like a 3-alarm fire the way he's burning up. Sally, get the district attorney on the wire. And tell Lowry to stop cutting out paper dolls and come in here on the double. Mr. Reed's in a hurry. And I do mean hurry. Oh, I wonder what it is this time. Last week he was turning out scorching editorials on dangerous drivers and how they were a menace on the city streets. Yes, Mr. Reed?
Get me all the information we have on the recent gas station accident. Bring it to me as soon as you get it. Oh, is that the district attorney?
Mr. Reed's office? Just a moment. Yes, Mr. Reed, it's the district attorney. I'll switch him on your wire.
I have it. Get busy on that list.
Hello, let me have the morgue.
Don't tell me, Casey. The boss is going to make me the love-born editor.
You'd do better at a racetrack, Lowry. Hello, morgue?
Morgue? Did somebody die?
Not that morgue, silly. The place where we keep all the back copies of the Sentinel.
Oh, no, Casey, you're kidding me. If there's any information he wants, I have it at my fingertips.
This isn't his case. Mr. Reed wants all the information you have about recent gas station accidents.
That's it, huh?
I don't care how you get them. Well, check with the police. Go through your back copies.
Casey, that last gas station that was blown up was a shambles. Wrecked pumps, gasoline. I never saw such a mess.
It doesn't take a reporter to see that.
Do I detect a note of sarcasm in that last crack?
You do. Honestly, Lowry, it's an open secret who's back of all these bombings and fires.
Really?
Slagle, that's who.
Tell me something I don't know, Casey.
Then why don't your stories say so?
Listen, Casey. Sure, Slagle controls the gas stations in this town. He's got a protection racket that brings in a cent on every gallon.
Then why don't
But the Sentinel can't print that. There's no proof. We'd be sued from here to Christmas.
My idea of heaven would be someplace where a newspaper can print what everybody knows is true, even though it can't be proved.
Yeah, but this place isn't heaven.
Not while Slagle is here.
Well, maybe the district attorney can do something.
I've been talking to him, Laura. Just finished.
Did he have anything, Mr. Reed?
Not a thing, Miss Case.
How about that last bombing, boss?
Yeah, it's the same story all over again, Laura. Suspicions, but no proof. Even the owner of that gas station refuses to talk.
And meanwhile, that snake Slagle keeps raking in all the cash he can get his grabbing hands on.
There's one consolation, Mr. Reed.
Yeah, Casey?
None that I know of, Miss Case.
Well, what I mean is, Slagle's only taking money from gas stations.
Well?
1 cent difference in the price of gasoline isn't going to affect people so much.
Miss Case, you're making the same mistake that others do. The price of gasoline is as important as any other.
But suppose Slagle's racket were meat and vegetable markets. Well, people wouldn't be able to get the right kind or amount of food. Now, you can't
It's
compare...
practically the same thing.
Keep your ears open, Casey. Here's where you get a lesson in simple economics.
Meat and vegetable markets use trucks in their business.
Yes,
They have to pay the same higher price for gasoline that Slagle forces from everyone else.
but a cent a gallon...
Well, that adds up. If they spend more for gasoline, they have to make it up somewhere else. In other words, if their expenses go up, they have to charge the public more for the food they're selling.
You hit it, boss, and the same goes for every family that uses a car.
Exactly. Every cent they have to spend for gas means 1 cent less to buy milk and eggs and fresh vegetables for the family table.
Why, of course. I didn't stop to think.
More people did think, Miss Case. Racketeers like Slagle would never get started.
Too late for that now. Slagle's got the gas stations tied up tighter than Houdini.
Well, that's why I called you. We're going after every one of those gasoline dealers.
Why, boss?
If we can find one man who'll act as witness against Slagle, that's all the district attorney will need.
They're sending the names up from the morgue, Mr. Reed.
Go after them, Lowry. Take Clicker Benny with you.
Okay. We ought to be able to convince somebody that he's smart to act as witness.
Lowry and Clicker Benny made the rounds of the gas stations which had recently had accidents, but their search was fruitless. They could find no one who would consent to appear against Bat Slagle. As they approached a gas station run by a man named Jennings, Lowry said,
Well, we're not having much luck, Clicker. Everybody gives us the same story.
I can't blame them exactly, Lowry. How would you like it if something happened to your family?
I haven't got a family.
Yeah, but most of these gas station operators have. Besides, they can't help much.
They say they can't, but I know
It
they...
may be true. Apparently, Bat Slagle is pretty careful about making sure there's no actual evidence against him.
Benny, all these accidents can't have just happened.
Slagle's responsible, all right. There's no doubt about that. Only all the victims claim they saw nobody, heard nothing, and know nothing.
I still say they're scared. How about this guy here? What's his name?
Jennings.
Okay, watch me work.
It'd be about time. Nothing's worked so far.
He isn't out here. Must be inside the station.
Yes, sir. You want some gas?
Mr. Jennings?
That's right. Guess I didn't hear you. I was busy checking over the business I've been doing.
How is business?
Could be better. Who wants to know?
Paying 1 cent tribute and every gallon to Slagle cuts into the profit, doesn't it?
Listen, mister, you here to buy gasoline or what?
Hold on, Mr. Jennings. We don't mean to be rude.
If you want gas, I'll sell it. If you don't, clear out.
You don't understand. We're from the Daily Sentinel.
Sure. He does the reporting, and I take the pictures.
How would you like your picture in the papers, Mr. Jennings?
My picture.
Yeah, the Sentinel's running a series on gas station operators. We want to tell our readers...
Don't kid me.
How about some of our leading... Huh?
You heard what I said. You ain't fooling me with that serious stuff. You hear about Bat Slagle, ain't you?
Nice work, Lowry.
Okay, Jennings. I won't stall. How about it? You know plenty about the way Slagle works.
Me? Not a thing.
I suppose Slagle didn't wreck your place last month.
Where'd you get that idea? It was an accident. The gas tank exploded.
Oh, Mr. Jennings, don't hold out on us.
Come on, Jennings. You know it was Slagle. Pin it on him and you'll be a hero.
Yeah, I'd rather be alive.
But
Besides, it wouldn't do any good anyway. I didn't see nothing.
You were here when it happened, weren't you?
Sure, but I didn't see anybody. I tell you, it was an accident. See, an accident.
Just like the rest of them. Afraid to talk.
Listen, you. Take a tip and get out of here before I get mad.
Looks to me as if all of you are yellow.
I'm warning you to get out.
Letting Slagle make monkeys of you. Yellow as a chrysanthemum.
Hey, you.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Now get out and stay out. Don't come around again looking for a store. You'll get another poke in the jaw.
Don't tell me, Laura, the only result of sending you and Miss Benny out is that bruise on your chin.
Oh, the big jellyfish smacked me when I wasn't looking.
Doesn't sound much like a jellyfish to me.
Not this fellow, Mr. Reed. He was mad.
I mean about Slagle, Mr. Reed. They were all jellyfish. Even the guy who socked me wouldn't open his mouth about Slagle. Compared to them, the plan could talk your ear off.
Lowry, I don't quite approve of your tactics in questioning this man Jennings.
I couldn't help it, boss. By the time I got around to him, I was fit to be tied.
Reporters are supposed to go out for facts, not fights.
On the level, boss. I tried being polite.
Yes?
You know Lowry, Mr. Reed. If he can't get facts one way, he uses another.
Whether any of them have something on Slagle or not, I don't know. All I know is they won't talk.
Miss Benny, you've been trying to conceal a grin ever since Lowry and you came in here.
Me?
Did you snap a picture of Jennings hitting Lowry? Huh?
Well, my camera was handy, and I just took it.
Liquor, you double-dealing little... Give me that camera.
Hey, can't a girl take a few shots for a private collection? Let go, you bastard!
Hold on, both of you.
It'll ruin me, boss. Clicker, show that print all around the city room.
You said it. I'll have it enlarged, too.
Clicker, I'll buy that picture from you. How much?
Hey, never mind that. Rush the film to the darkroom, Miss Benny. That shot is going on page 1.
As long as she doesn't... What? You're going to publish it? Why, boss? Why?
With a caption under it reading, "This man is not afraid of hitting a reporter. Why is he afraid to talk about Slagle?"
Wow. I've been waiting for a chance like this all my life.
Why don't that newspaper mind its own business? Putting my picture on the front page.
Now, Jim.
But, Alice, I know very well why I won't talk.
Perhaps you should tell what you know about Slagle.
And have his mob do another job on my gas station? Or come over here after you and Timmy? Not a chance.
Slagle wouldn't do that.
Sure he would. Besides, I can't prove it was Slagle had my place bombed. He's too slick for that.
So we go on paying.
Yeah. And that reminds me, Slagle's collector's due here pretty soon. Is the money ready?
Yes, in the envelope.
After them seeing this picture in the Sentinel, I better have it for him on the line.
The doorbell. Is that him?
It's a little early, but... You stay here, Alice. I'll see him in the hallway.
Be careful, Jim.
Don't worry, honey. Gosh, I wish there was something I could do without making things bad for Alice and the kid.
Inside, Jennings.
Hey, what? Mask!
Get back.
That gun! I know you. You're the Green Hornet.
That's exactly right.
Whatever you come for, Hornet, you're not getting it, see?
Jim, you forgot the money.
Bring it here.
Why, you dirt...
I could give you a shot of gas and take it anyway, Jennings.
Hey, Jim, do as he says. Here it is.
Yes, better.
That goes for Slagle, Hornet.
It was for Slagle, but not anymore.
But that's all we have. Slagle's collector is due any minute.
That's too bad. The Green Hornet got here first.
You can't. What do we tell him?
Tell him anything. This cash goes with me.
No, Jim.
Alice, let me go. I'll get him. Green Hornet, huh?
No, Jim, I won't let you.
It's too late. There he goes.
But Jennings was wrong. The Green Hornet had no intention of leaving. As the car pulled away, Betteridge spoke to Cato, the only living man to know him as the Green Hornet.
Cato, double back around the block. I want to be there when Slagle's collector arrives.
Yes, Mr. Benny.
I'll be there when he does. You wait for me in the car.
A short time later, Slagle's collector arrived at Jennings' home. He refused to believe Jennings' story.
Stop stalling, Jennings. Where's that dough? I tell you, the Green Hornet took it. Don't make me laugh. The Hornet wouldn't bother with $20.
The truth. My husband left the money in the other room when he came to the door before. I thought it was you calling, so I brought the money out to him.
And the Hornet grabbed it. Expect me to believe that? You got that dough hid someplace. The other room, I'll bet. Go ahead. Search if you want to.
You won't find it in there?
Oh, I won't, huh? What do you call this, you dumbhead? Right in the table and seal with my name on it. Well, I'd bluff so easy I wouldn't even look in here, huh?
I swear it wasn't
You're
there.
getting too big for your hat, Jennings, since that picture got in the papers. When I tell Slagle about this, he'll whittle you down plenty.
Outside the window, a tall, masked figure listened to Kruger's outburst and then moved away silently.
Step number 1 in my plan to uncover Slagle's racket. Now, if only everything moves along as smoothly as it's been going so far, the Green Hornet is going to have a busy night. And that means a busy night for Bat Slagle as well. Slagle and his whole crooked outfit.
Britt found that Bat Slagle, a racketeer, had every gas station in the city paying him a cent a gallon on gasoline as tribute. By intimidation, violence, and every force at his command, Slagle was making his victims keep silent. Assuming the role of the Green Hornet in an attempt to smash Slagle's racket, Britt made it appear that the most courageous of Slagle's victims had attempted to withhold his weekly payment of protection money from Slagle's henchmen. Following Britt instructions, Cato had the Black Beauty waiting in an alley near Jennings' house.
Slide over, Cato. I'll take the wheel.
Very well, Mr. Britt. Did the plan work, Mr. Britt?
So far, the plan is going fine, Cato. I doubled back and tossed the collection envelope in through the open window. Slagle's collector thinks Jennings was trying to pull a bluff. He's on his way to Slagle now.
We go there?
The Black Beauty will get us to Slagle's place twice as fast as he can make it. Cato, the Green Hornet, is going to be in that office when Slagle's collector arrives.
It's about time you showed up, Kruger. Got the dough from Jennings? Yeah, there it is. Hey, imagine that guy, Pat. He tried to stall.
Jennings?
Yeah, Jennings.
What do you mean? Here's the dough.
He said he didn't have it. Tried to tell me the Green Hornet had swiped this dough.
A Green Hornet? That's a laugh.
And all the time was right in the next room. Wasn't even hid.
Tried to bluff you, huh?
Didn't work. You ought to take him down a peg anyhow, Bat.
If any one of them guys gives us trouble, it'll be him, all right.
Not if you show him who's boss, it won't.
Yeah. Kruger, from now on, Jennings is going to have to pay 2 cents on every gallon instead of 1.
Twice as much?
That'll teach him to try and act up with me. Now, let's count this dough just to make sure.
Okay, Bat.
It's getting late.
Feels like more than 20... Hey, Slager, look at this.
What?
Jennings tricked us. Instead of real dough, this envelope is chock full of plain paper.
What? Why that? Let me see.
He even used heavy paper so it would sound like the real thing when I felt the envelope.
You sap.
Well, the envelope was sealed, Bat. I didn't figure he'd try a stunt like this.
He won't no more. Jennings thinks he can fool around with me, huh?
Let me handle him, Bat.
Nix. You might come back like you did this time. Besides, this job's more down Zelly's alley. Zelly? Yeah, that's right. Slagle on this end. You're going to do a job tonight, Zelly. I got it all figured. Now, here's what you're going to do.
Hidden in the shadows where he had been since before Kruger's arrival, the Green Hornet listened to Slagle's conversation. Then as Slagle finished talking...
That's the idea, Zelly. And make sure nothing goes wrong. I want Jennings to know he can't play around with my outfit.
So that's your scheme.
Huh? Who the devil's that?
It won't work, Slagle.
You're masked.
It's the Green Hornet.
Move over next to each other.
Got a rod, huh?
I heard about that gun, boss. It ain't got bullets, only gas.
Oh, gas, huh? And only one gun.
I get it.
Don't knock the table over. That won't help.
Get him from behind, Kruger. He can't shoot both ways.
Okay, Bat. Take it, gas it.
Get him, Kruger.
All right, got you. More. Who else? Gas me from behind.
I was waiting. They didn't see me.
Good work. One from each side at the same time is a little hard to handle. They almost had me.
What do we do now?
First, we make sure these 2 rats are unconscious. They're completely out. Can you fix them up so they'll stay that way until 4 in the morning?
4 in the morning?
That's the time when Slagle told Zelly to do that job. If we're going to trap these rats, we'll need every minute in between.
Jim, we ought to be going to bed. It's after 12.
Well, you go ahead, honey. I ain't sleepy.
All right. Don't be long. Good night, Jim.
Night, honey. It's taking plenty out of me to be paying off to Slagle. If he's going to make it any tougher one, and I might as well quit. And that reporter. Why did I sock him in the first place? I certainly must have looked jealous to him. Gosh, if I did have any dope on Slagle's racket, I would call that reporter.
That's a good idea, Jennings.
Oh, it's you again. What do you want now?
I'm your friend.
You put me on the spot with
For
Slagle.
one purpose. To take care of Slagle.
It don't make sense. First you swipe that dough, then you bring it back so Slagle's collector can find it.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be worried about what Slagle's going to do.
Plenty.
I don't need a guy in a mask to tell me that.
Jennings, I'm going to help you stop him.
You?
You don't believe me?
I've heard plenty about you, Hornet, and none of it good.
Perhaps this will convince you.
That's money. Dollar bills.
Look at them.
Where's it? The money I gave to Slagle's collector.
What he took was nothing but strips of paper. I had this money with me from the first.
I can't figure you, Hornet.
Don't try to.
But the whole thing's screwy. The money, Slagle.
Jennings, I want to get Slagle as much as you do.
Yeah, I guess this proves it. But how can you get Slagle when nobody's got the goods on him?
Be at your gas station at 4 this morning.
But it's closed. I close it up at 12 when my helper leaves.
Never mind that. Call the cops, too. Call this reporter if you want to. Be there and watch what happens.
Jennings followed the suggestion given him by the Green Hornet. He called the office of the Daily Sentinel and asked for Lowry.
I want to talk to a reporter named Lowry.
Yeah, this is Lowry speaking. Who wants me?
This is Jennings.
Jennings?
Yeah, I'm the guy that runs that gas station.
Oh, you. Well, listen, Jennings. If you want to take another poke at me for getting that picture in the Sentinel, you can forget it. I didn't want that picture released either.
Well, you don't get it, Lowry. I'm calling about something else. Here's a tip for you. Be at my gas station around 4 o'clock.
What for?
The police are going to nab Slagle. I got the dope from the Green Hornet.
The Green Hornet? You mean he's in on this?
Will you be there?
Will I be there? Try and keep me away. Wow, talk about a scoop. So the Slagle mob are up to something. Hello, hello. Listen, get me Clicker Benny. Show her on the phone. How else? I don't know where she is. Try every place. Try her home. Try the movie around the corner.
Try any place but get her. No, it isn't personal. It's business. I got inside information that the Green Hornet's going to bust Slagle's gang wide open.
Here we are, Cato. Jennings gas station. Yeah, it's deserted, all right. The problem now is how to get in.
I look around, Mr. Wade.
See if the window's open. I'll try the door. The door's locked. It's not very strong. It'd be easy to force it open, but I'd rather not. No need to damage property.
I found the window, Mr. Wade. It's locked, but there's a hole in the window pane.
Good, Cato. If there's a hole in the window pane, we'll be able to unlock it and get inside without any trouble.
Here it is.
If I can reach the catch. Probably this window was broken the last time Slagle had Jennings' place bombed, and Jennings didn't have enough money to repair it. Yeah, there. I can feel the window catch now. You have Slagle and Kruger, Cato?
Yes, sir.
I'll go in through this window and open the door. Then we'll bring the two of them in and put them right where Zelly will find them.
Yes, sir. They are still unconscious.
Working carefully and hurriedly, Britt Reed opened the door. Together, he and Cato carried the unconscious racketeers into Jennings' gas station. They moved in almost total darkness.
You never think to look at Slagle that he weighs so much, Cato. Heavy. Be careful of that chair. All right, put him down here next to Kruger. That's it. The two of them side by side where Zelly can find them.
Yes, sir.
We'll leave the door unlocked so that Zelly can get in without any delay. There. Yeah, time for us to leave.
We're not staying?
No, we can't afford to stay here. It's too risky. But we'll be near enough to check if anything goes wrong. Will Slagle and Kruger recover soon?
Positive. They wake up in a little while now.
Fine. I may be wrong, but Slagle's apt to be overconfident. He'll try to play out his hand in spite of everything. And that will mean his finish. Come on, Cato.
A short while after Britt Reed and Cato left, the two racketeers stirred. Slagle sat up.
What happened? Where? Oh, it's dark.
Hornet. Yes.
Who's that? Kruger. That you?
Yes. Hornet did it. Couldn't get him.
Kruger, wake up.
Huh? Oh, Slagle. Where are we?
Kruger, it was that blasted Green Hornet. I remember now. He gassed us in my office. Snap out of it.
Yeah, your office. That's where he must be now. He snapped off the lights and left us.
Sure, that's it. Got scared and took a powder. Now we'll find the light switch and then...
Slagle, this ain't your office.
No, it ain't. And where the devil are
Look
we?
out the window. Look at them gas pumps.
Hey, this is Jennings' place. I recognize it plain.
Yeah, just lighting up to see things outside.
So the Green Hornet brought us here. Guess he figured we'd still be unconscious when Zelly came around to do a job on the place.
We'd have been done for.
Yeah, only figured wrong. That gas he used wasn't as strong as he thought. We'll just walk out when Zelly shows up, and nobody the wiser.
Hey, there's somebody coming now. See him? Through the window.
Huh? Well, that's Zelly. Come on. We're going outside and meet him.
What the? What's that?
Take it easy, Zelly. It's me and Kruger.
I didn't expect you down here, boss. What's the matter? Checking up on me? Ah, we know you can handle it, Zelly.
It was the Green Hornet. He brought us
The
here.
Hornet?
He tried a little scheme to take care of me and Kruger. Only he slipped up, see? Now let's get busy. You got the bomb?
Right here, boss.
Okay. We'll set it down right here next to the gas tank. Now give me a match for this fuse. We'll take care of it.
Never mind the match.
What the devil?
Slagle, okay, get in there. Grab him.
You gotta get out of here.
Hands up. Reach. You don't get me.
No, you don't. No, what's Slagle? He's Slagle to me, Sergeant.
Wait, Jennings, don't.
Bomb my gas station, will you, Slagle? Hey, Flicker, snap this one. Jennings is going to poke Slagle.
Make us pay you tribute, huh? Well, the cops got the goods on you now.
All right, you got me. What else now?
No.
Oh, honey, did you get it, Clicker?
And how?
Thanks, Jennings. You saved us the trouble. Put the cuffs on him.
Okay, Doyle. Listen, officer, it's a mistake. I wasn't supposed to be here.
Tell it to the judge, Kruger.
Don't listen to him. He's in as deep as me. I tell you, the Green Hornet brought me and Slagle here.
Sure he did, and a good job, too. The Green Hornet. Is that why you got the tip, Jennings?
Yeah, and it worked smooth as clockwork.
Trust the Green Hornet for that.
So the Green Hornet's responsible for this, eh? Well, that's the first good thing he ever did.
Listen, Sergeant, the Green Hornet's okay, see? No matter what people say, he's one guy I'm going to believe in from now on.
Hornet smashes gasoline racket. Slagle under arrest. Sutlo Pepper. Gasoline operators free from racket.
the Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach, the Green Hornet. The adventurer, Justice, wears a blindfold. The events and characters depicted in this drama are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Hey, Clicker, where are you?
Close that door. Don't you know any better than to let light into a photographer's darkroom?
You and your silly snapshots. I have important news.
Yeah?
Where are you? This black as pitch in here. Can't see where I'm going.
Oh, Lowry, you bumped into a pile of equipment.
Will you come on out of this place?
All right. No harm's been done anyway. Small thanks to you.
Come on, bring your camera.
I always bring my camera.
I'm glad to be out here where I can see what goes on.
That's what I want to know. What does go on?
Plenty. The law finally caught up with Stefani.
Slip Stefani? Don't tell me he's been arrested again.
Arrested my eye. This time he's going on trial.
You mean he won't wiggle out of this one the way he has all the others?
There were no witnesses before.
Sounds interesting. What do we do?
Gunnigan gave you and me the assignment of going over to the courthouse.
What for? Stefani won't be there. He'll be out on bail.
We're not seeing Stefani, Clicker.
No?
We're going to find out who's going to be the judge in his trial. In an important trial like this, the Sentinel's got to cover every angle, and the judge is one of them.
Not to mention the jury.
Sure, but even in a jury case, the judge is plenty important. And you know Stefani.
Gosh, Lowry, I hope he gets a judge who'll really treat him rough.
Hey, Stefani.
Can't you see I'm busy with my mouthpiece?
Yes, Dutch, you're Slip's lawyer. I'm planning his defense.
What Slip? Listen. Guess who's going to be the judge on your case?
Who?
Grayson.
What?
Yeah, Grayson. I was hanging around the courthouse, and one of the clerks in special sessions gave me the tip.
Stefani, you're sunk. Grayson is the toughest judge on the bench. You won't stand a chance before him.
Is that so?
He's dynamite. You know the kind of reputation he has.
He's one guy that can't be fixed, Slip. I know all about Grayson.
Slip, I'm your lawyer.
Yes?
If you want legal advice from me, I'm telling you, you might as well jump bail.
Schiller's right, Slip. Take it on the lam. I got the car waiting downstairs.
Forget it, Dutch.
You ain't got a chance.
Why not?
You'll get a 20-year sentence if you stay.
I said I'm staying, Schiller.
But Slip.
Don't be a sap, Stefani.
Me blow out of town because of Grayson? Nothing doing. I got a nice racket and I'm keeping it, see?
You can't run it from behind prison bars.
That's right, boy.
Who said anything about me going to the gal?
Where else are you heading with Grayson judging?
Now get this straight, you two. This ain't no surprise to me.
Huh?
I knew Grayson was going to be the judge a week ago.
Do you mean to tell me
And
that
what's more, I ain't worried. I got this case fixed.
Oh, Slip, who you kidding?
Grayson's got a secretary, ain't he?
Of course he has.
That secretary is appointed through politics.
Everybody knows that. Even a judge has got to hand out something to his party if he wants to get a job.
Correct, Dutch. When a judge wants to get nominated, he has to make certain concessions to the political party.
Don't mean nothing, no. They only do it because they gotta. Grayson don't have much use for his secretary.
Grayson don't, but we do.
What do you mean, Slip?
When my trial comes up, that guy's going to be working for me. And when he gets through fixing things up, well, Judge Grayson's going to have that jury on my side. It's in the bag, all wrapped up and ready to deliver.
Judge Grayson's going to handle the Stefani trial.
How about a statement from the judge?
Now, the judge's secretary says nothing to him.
What's the judge's opinion on racketeering in
I
general?
don't know. My editor's going to be sore if I don't get something.
Well, they say the judge is busy.
Hey, where are you going, Lowry?
Come on, Clicker.
We're supposed to see the judge.
He's not seeing anyone.
I thought so. Giving up already. Well, I'm going back.
Who's giving up?
I suppose you have another name for it.
If you'll use those pretty little peepers of yours, you'll see that door down the side corridor.
Sure, I see it, but what's
That door, Clicker, is another entrance to Judge Grayson's offices. While those other newshounds are clamoring around the main entrance, we're going to sneak in this way.
Don't tell me that's your own idea, Lowry. I bet you saw it in the movies.
Never mind the wisecracks. Now faint.
Huh?
Faint. Make believe you're fainting.
Oh, I get it. That's our alibi for barging in the judge's office.
Never mind the explanations. Get busy. Here's the door.
Okay, here I go.
Hey, you don't have to put your weight on me until we get the door open. Excuse me, this lady passed out.
Yes, of course, Schiller. I know what to do. You don't have to worry, Schiller. All right, Schiller. What? Who are you? Don't you realize this is a private office?
Sorry, she fainted. Put her on the couch for a minute.
You can't stay here.
She may be feminine, but she isn't frail. I hope I didn't interrupt your phone call.
Phone call? Oh, nothing important.
Oh, where am I?
Oh, she's better. Get her out of here.
Now, wait a minute, Creevy. You can't...
How do you know my name?
Well, I heard one of the men in the hall mention it.
I guess I must have fainted.
You're reporters. Get out. Judge Grayson isn't seeing any reporters.
Creevy, what's wrong? Judge Grayson, I'm Lowry from the Daily Sentinel. How about the Stefani trial?
He sneaked in with this young lady, Judge.
Young man, since I have been selected to preside over Mr. Stefani's trial, I am not at liberty to make any statements.
Well, how about racketeering in general, sir?
As a judge, my sentiments on crime of any sort are well known. As for this trial, you'll have to wait until it's over.
Sure, but
I can promise one thing. This trial will be conducted as I've always conducted trials in the past, strictly according to the evidence.
Now you'll have to leave, both of you.
Thanks, Judge. It isn't much, but it's a statement anyhow. Come on, Clicker.
Hey, Casey, how do you like this photo?
Where's Mr. Reed?
Clicker, don't wave that picture in my face. It's still damn.
Sure, I just pulled it out of the hypo. It's a candid shot of Judge Grayson. I took it when he was talking to Lowry.
The judge didn't even know Clicker was snapping it.
Did you get anything from him about the Stefani trial?
Well, you know, Casey, since he's going to conduct it, he couldn't very well give an opinion beforehand.
But look at this picture. Get that expression on his face.
He looks like bad news for Stefani, doesn't he?
He was careful about his words, Casey, but he didn't think anyone would be catching his facial expression.
And that's what makes it a story. You know what the Chinese say.
In this case, yes. You mean the one about one picture being worth 1,000 words?
Now that that's cleared up, how about it, Casey? Where's the boss?
Mr. Reed's at the ball game.
Again?
Talking about me, Lowry?
Oh, hello, Mr. Reed.
How was the ball game?
I left after the fifth inning. The score is so lopsided it got dull.
Mr. Reed, Lowry couldn't get a definite statement from Judge Grayson.
Grayson? About what?
The Stefani trial, Mr. Reed. He's going to preside.
Oh, that. Well, if he won't talk, he won't talk. You can't expect it long as he's going to be the judge.
I took such a swell picture of him, too. Look, Mr. Reed.
It's not bad.
Not bad. It's perfect.
Yeah, but what good does it do without a story? All the judge would say was that he'd conduct this trial as he has all the others in the past.
Not very definite, is it?
That's about as definite as a dictator's promise.
Gunnigan thought maybe if we used the picture and the statement, that might make a story. The expression on his face is so strong that
Did the judge give you permission to snap this clicker?
No, not exactly, Mr. Reed.
Then the Sentinel has no right to use it. Sorry, Miss Benny.
Hey, Mr. Reed, you tore out my photo.
We can use no picture of a judge without his authorization.
There goes our story. Without a picture, it's not worth a stick of type.
Oh, we have a picture, Lowry.
Huh?
What you
There are
just said.
plenty of pictures of Judge Grayson in our files. Look through them, Miss Benny. I'm sure you'll find one that's every bit as strong as this one. We can do that without getting into trouble.
The night before the trial of Slip Stefani was scheduled to start, two men called on Judge Grayson late in the evening.
Good evening, Judge.
Creevy, what are you doing here? Who's this with you?
You know Mr. Schiller, Judge. He's Stefani's lawyer.
Can I see you for a few minutes, Judge? It's about the
Schiller,
trial.
if you're here to discuss Stefani's trial, the answer is no. You should know better than that.
It's about something else, Judge Grayson. Another matter entirely.
In that case, come in. We'll go into my study. I have a few minutes to spare. Here we are. Now, what is it, Schiller?
Creevy, close the door. Judge, you're going to fix things so Stefani goes free.
Why, how dare you discuss that?
You'd better do as he says, Judge.
I never had much use for you, Creevy. You're my secretary only because I was obliged to take you. Now get out, both of you.
Hold on, Grayson.
I'll have you put out.
You're not calling the police or anyone, Grayson. First, we talk about Stefani.
I'll have you disbarred.
No, you won't.
And you're not withdrawing from this case. You're the judge, understand?
Schiller, I warn you.
You decide in Stefani's favor, or I'll have you thrown off the bench.
Do you know what you're saying?
Every word, Judge.
It's ridiculous.
Here. Look at these checks made out to cash.
Why should they concern me?
Look at the endorsement on the back.
But I don't see
They're
why...
endorsed over to you, Judge Grayson.
And notice who signed them.
Endorsed over to me. Hanford and Young. These are their checks.
You tried them both and freed them.
Of course. The evidence was on their side.
Sure, but Hanford and Young are both dead now. From these checks, it looks as if they bribed you to let them go.
Where did these checks come from? I never saw them before.
I'm your secretary, Judge. I took those checks and had them deposited to your bank account.
If necessary, Creevy will swear that you knew all about them. It'll mean you're finished as a judge. Disgrace to you and your family.
But it's impossible. Both Hanford and Young are dead.
Checks are evidence enough.
Schiller, all this will do you no good. I'm only the judge. It's the jury that will settle Stefani's fate.
You can do plenty, Grayson. You can fix it so that jury never has a chance to go to the jury room.
Impossible.
Pick on something the district attorney says. Declare a mistrial.
That will only delay things. There'll be another trial.
Don't worry. By that time, Stefani can take care of the witnesses so there won't be another trial. Besides, there's lots of ways for a smart judge like you who knows all the tricks of law. Influence that jury if you have to. Call a mistrial. Anything.
I refuse to be a party to tampering with justice.
You're on a spot, Judge.
Remember your wife. She's not well.
If you're impeached, the scandal will kill her.
Yes, Emily. Her heart. 20 years on the bench, and now this.
The great Judge Grayson. They won't suspect a thing.
We'll see you in court tomorrow, Judge. Keep your mind on one thing. That, weak heart your wife has. Stefani goes free, or else.
Sentinel, paper, Sentinel! Stefani trial starts tomorrow. Racketeer goes on trial. Jury selected. Sentinel, paper.
But, Your Honor, this witness is important.
The court cannot waste the jury's time with non-essentials, Mr. District Attorney. I do not consider this witness of any importance. Call your next.
Holy cats, Clicker. Looks like Stefani's pretty lucky.
He certainly had the best of it so far.
You look at Judge Grayson. He looks like he's half dead.
Several days after the start of the Stefani trial, Britt Reed burst into his apartment and spoke to Cato, his faithful valet and the only living person to know him as the Green Hornet.
Cato.
Yes, Mr. Red.
I've just come from the Stefani trial. Judge Grayson has just called a recess until further notice. Looks like he's going to call it a mistrial.
What is that?
Oh, when someone tries to influence a jury indirectly by bringing in some matter which doesn't belong, it's a very technical point.
Who done that?
Well, that's just it. The district attorney mentioned something about Stefani. Usually no one would notice it. But Judge Grayson immediately jumped on him and said he would have to consider a motion for a mistrial.
Is that bad?
Cato, if there's a mistrial, Stefani will get off. I'm sure of it. What puzzles me is Judge Grayson himself.
What's wrong, Mr. Red?
Well, Grayson has lost all his old spirit. He looks like a man condemned. There's something behind this, Cato. It appears very much like an attempt to take unfair advantage of blindfolded justice.
By who?
That's just it, Cato. I don't know whether it's Stefani alone or whether Grayson is in on it, too. But we're going to find out. The mask, Cato, and the gun.
Yes, sir. You go out of the Green Hornet?
Cato, justice wears a blindfold. But in this case, she may be able to see the scales with the help of the Green Hornet.
Now to continue our story. When a notorious racketeer was brought to trial, the public believed he would at last be found guilty of his crimes. But the racketeer had brought pressure to bear on the judge in his case. He and the judge's crooked secretary had framed the judge so that he was forced to free the racketeer or be disgraced. When the trial was halted for the judge's decision, Britt Reed assumed his role of the Green Hornet to carry out the ends of true justice. It is evening. In the Grayson home, Mrs. Grayson speaks to her husband.
John, what's troubling you?
It's nothing. Now, won't you please leave me? I have work to do.
All right, John.
I'm sorry to be so abrupt, but I must decide on this motion for mistrial tonight.
Your secretary Creevy is outside. Do you want him?
Creevy? No, I don't.
John, you won't do anything that isn't right, will you?
Of course not. I'm only doing my duty as a judge.
I just wanted to be sure. Good night, dear.
I could free Stefani right now so easily, and yet I know it isn't right.
Then why are you doing it?
What? Who are you?
If you free that racketeer Grayson, you won't be worthy of the position you hold.
You're wearing a mask. How did you get in here?
Through the French door.
If your motive is burglary, I warn you.
I'm not a burglar.
Then why are you here?
Grayson, have you ever heard of the Green Hornet?
The Green Hornet? You're the Green Hornet?
Precisely. What does that name mean to you?
Everything that's crooked. You're wanted for every crime up to murder.
Yet I've never committed murder.
Don't
Nor is that all, Grayson. The Green Hornet has never committed any crime. Unless you call bringing criminals to justice a crime.
The law takes care of criminals.
Sometimes there are criminals who evade the law. And that's when the Green Hornet steps in. And that's why I'm here now.
Stefani sent you here, didn't he?
Whatever... perhaps you're right, Judge. Maybe Stefani did send me here.
He's not content to hold those checks over my head as a threat. He sends you here in addition.
What checks are you talking about?
Don't pretend you don't know. Unless I grant Stefani a mistrial, those checks will be his means of having me disgraced. I'll be turned out of my position as judge.
I'm beginning to understand. Blackmail, eh?
Worse than blackmail. Those checks will convict me of accepting bribes, even though I never did.
You're entirely innocent of such a thing, is that it?
Of course I am. Yet Creevy and Stefani between them. But why repeat all this? If you're in with Stefani, you're familiar with his scheme already.
Who has those checks? Is it Stefani?
Stop all this pretense.
Answer me, who has those checks?
My secretary, Creevy. If he carried them with him, I'd be tempted to use force to get them back.
I see. He has them hidden someplace. His apartment, possibly.
I presume
You
so.
realize, Grayson, that it's your sworn duty to uphold the law regardless of any personal consequences that may follow?
I'm powerless to do anything. My wife is not well. Any disgrace may be fatal to her.
There's only one way to prove yourself an honest judge.
Why are you talking this way? You said Stefani sent you.
It was you who said that, Judge Grayson, not I. I'm here to aid justice.
You and Stefani can't trick me, Hornet. I know very well you're here for one reason. To make certain that I carry out Stefani's wishes.
Judge Grayson, I just came in to find out...
Out of my way, Grayson. The Green Hornet. Let me go, Grayson.
No, you can't go after him.
Why not? Isn't that Creevy, your secretary?
Please, if you go out there, my wife will see you. She has a weak heart. It might cause serious complications.
In that case, Grayson, I'll follow Creevy another way. Through the French door, the same way I came in.
Thank heavens you didn't go out there.
But remember one thing, Grayson. Don't call the police.
I won't.
And whatever happens, keep this in mind. Nothing is going to halt Stefani's trial, not even you. His guilt or innocence is a matter for the jury to decide. I'm going to make certain the jury has that chance.
What's the idea? What are you doing here at this time of night, Creevy? Thought you were over at the judge's home.
I just came from there, Stefani. Something happened.
You mean Grayson's gonna let me off?
No, it ain't that. Listen, Stefani. I walked into Grayson's study without knocking, understand?
Sure. I bothered to be polite to him when we got him on the spot, huh?
It's nothing to laugh about. Do you know who was there?
How could I?
The Green Hornet.
What? The Green Hornet? In with Grayson?
I recognized him. That mask he wears, just like the pictures in the paper.
Did he get you?
No, he started for me, but I slammed the door. I came over here as fast as I could.
The Hornet's in on this. We better watch out. That guy's dynamite.
You are not telling me anything new.
He might blast our scheme wide open.
But I can't figure it, Stefani. Who's he working for?
All I know is he ain't working for us. We gotta do something, Creevy, fast.
That's why I came here.
Did you bring them checks?
Oh, don't worry about them, Stefani. They're safe in my apartment.
Yes, Seth, what do you mean safe? As long as that Hornet's around, nothing's safe.
Yes, you're right. What shall I do?
Get over to your place and bring the checks back here.
Okay.
I'll call Shell and have him start putting more pressure on Judge Grayson. We gotta have Grayson set me free in a hurry before something goes haywire.
Once Grayson declares that mistrial, you're all set, Stefani.
Never mind that talk. Get moving. For all we know, the Hornet may be at your place right now. After trailing Creevy to Stefani's place in the Black Beauty, Britt Reed stayed only long enough to watch Creevy enter. Then he spun the wheel and headed for the secretary's apartment. Arriving there before Creevy, he picked up the telephone.
Who are you calling, Miss Beth?
I'm calling the police, Cato. I want to get some news to them before Creevy arrives. Meanwhile, you get busy and give this apartment the appearance of having been burglarized. Pull out drawers, upset things.
Yes, sir.
Hello, police department? I got a little tip for you. Slip Stefani's going to try to jump bail tonight. And never mind who's calling. Watch Stefani. He's planning to run out on his trial. It's time enough for me to act before the police face this phone.
Is Stefani run away?
Well, Stefani doesn't know it yet, Cato, but he'll try to run away very soon. As soon as he learns that we have those checks.
Shall I look for them, Mr. Brett?
Oh, we won't look for the checks, Cato. We'll let Creevy locate them for us. They're the first things you'll look for when he sees how upset his place is. Now put out the lights and we'll wait for him to arrive.
Brett Reed and Cato hid themselves behind the drapes in Creevy's apartment. Then a short time later...
Quiet, Cato. Someone's coming in.
Gotta find those checks before anybody gets at them. Where's that light switch? What the devil? The place is in a mess. The Green Hornet must have been here already. If he found those checks, the game's up. Look in the drawer where I kept them. Why, they're here. The checks just like I left them. Well, I guess the Green Hornet didn't have anything to do with this.
Hand over those checks, Creevy.
The Green Hornet?
That's exactly right. You recognize me in Judge Grayson's study.
Who are you working for, Hornet?
For Justice, Creevy, but you wouldn't understand that.
You can't talk to me that way. I'm Judge Grayson's secretary.
You're a crook, Creevy. You're working for Stefani. But this is one time you won't get away with your little plan.
How do you know about it?
Never mind that. Are you giving me those checks?
You want them, Hornet? Try and
Tell Miss me, Creevy, your aim was bad.
You take it. Gas. I can't breathe.
He's out. Yeah, I didn't figure on using gas on him. I thought he'd surrender those checks without any fuss.
Your checks.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, they're made out to cash, deposited in Judge Grayson's account. Yeah, there's no doubt that if these were made public, it would mean the end of Grayson's career.
That mustn't happen.
That's up to Grayson himself. If he can't decide to do the right thing, regardless of consequences, he doesn't deserve to be a judge. I'll keep these checks handy.
I see.
We'll see Grayson presently. First, I'll call Stefani and let him know what's happened. He's expecting a call from Creevy, so he may be a little surprised when he finds out who it is.
Hello?
Stefani?
Yeah, who's talking? This you, Creevy?
This isn't Creevy, but I'm calling from his place.
Why don't Creevy call? Put him on the phone.
That's impossible. You see, I just had to give Creevy a shot of gas to get certain bits of paper from him.
Creevy's been gassed. Say, who is this? Who's talking?
This is the Green Hornet.
Who you kidding?
What's more, I have those checks. The game's up, Stefani. You're finished.
No, listen, Hornet. I'll pay you for them checks. I'll pay you plenty. Only don't give them to Judge Grayson.
You better start running, Stefani. There's a long stretch in jail waiting for you if you don't. He'll start running, all right. Directly into the hands of the police. They'll make sure he doesn't get away from his own trial.
Yes, sir.
I'll be interested to learn how Judge Grayson acts when he finds that Stefani has attempted to skip out.
When the news of Stefani's attempt to jump his bail reached the ears of the reporters, they immediately rushed to Judge Grayson's home and clamored for a statement.
Stefani got nabbed by the cops trying to get away.
How about a statement from the judge, Mrs. Grayson?
Will this make any difference in the motion for a mistrial?
Here's Judge Grayson now.
Emily, what are these reporters doing here at this time of night?
Judge, Stefani was just caught trying to leave town.
Does that mean he has inside information?
The only reason he'd leave would be if you decided to continue the trial.
Is that it, Judge?
I cannot give my decision on that until court opens tomorrow morning. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to my study.
But, Judge...
Mrs. Grayson will show you out. Good night.
We'd better be in court tomorrow, Lowry.
You said it, Clicker.
You'll have to leave, all of you.
All right, come on, Clicker, let's go.
I can't understand it. Why should Stefani do a thing like this when he's sure of his release?
Perhaps he isn't sure.
What? You've come back again. What is it this time?
I've been waiting here in your study, Judge, while those reporters were outside trying to interview you.
Is this more of Stefani's work?
I don't know what you mean.
He isn't fool enough to try to jump bail while he has those checks.
Suppose the checks were gone. Suppose they weren't in his possession any longer.
But that's ridiculous.
Is it?
Look here. If Stefani thinks he has me in the palm of his hand completely enough for a farce like this, he's mistaken. He's gone too far.
What are you going to do about it?
You weren't pointing that gun at me.
This gun is used only for my own protection. I can't afford to be captured.
I can well believe that.
You haven't answered my question yet. How about Stefani? Does his trial go on?
If it's any of your business, Stefani's trial will go on.
Even if it means your disgrace?
Do you see this envelope on my desk?
Yes.
That envelope contains my resignation. I wrote it an hour ago, before I knew Stefani was going to run out.
Why?
Because I had decided that Stefani's case would go on. After that, I shall resign. This envelope contains my statement.
Open it up.
Why should I?
And if you won't, I'll open it for you. Look inside.
Why, that's not my resignation. It looks like... These are the canceled checks. The ones Stefani threatened to use against me. Where did they come from?
I put them there.
You?
I came here to make certain Stefani's trial would go on.
You read my resignation?
While you were outside with the reporters. That resignation was proof that you intended doing the honest thing, Judge Grayson. Proof that you refused to aid lawbreakers.
I always shall, no matter what the consequences.
And that's why I removed that resignation, Judge Grayson. There's no longer any need for you to resign.
I don't know what to say. How to thank you.
Earn those checks, Grayson, and you'll have nothing to fear. As for thanking me, I'll have all the thanks I need when Stefani gets what's coming to him.
He will. The jury will see to that.
Stefani guilty. Racketeer goes to jail. Green Hornet to the guard. Central Extra
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated. The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach. The Green Hornet. The Adventure, Pink Lemonade, and Tanbark. The events and characters depicted in this drama are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Oh, gosh, Mr. Reed, I thought you'd never get here.
Yeah, what's the matter, Miss Benny? Having trouble in the absence of Miss Case?
Oh, no, I can handle her work all right, as long as you don't spend too much time in the office. But there's a letter here.
What's remarkable about that? We get letters every day.
But this is the rarest envelope I've ever seen. It's addressed to Mr. Britt Reed, Esquire.
Esquire?
It's from way out west and has a note written in one corner on the back of the envelope.
A note?
If not delivered in 5 days, send to the cops' headquarters to be held there until I call for it.
What?
Now, who might I be?
Great Scott, give me that. There's only one man who'd write that way.
Who?
Yeah, let's see it. It is. It's from Mike Axford.
Mike Axford, you mean?
I mean the original man of action, the brother of Tim, who just left here recently.
Oh, gosh. Casey's told me plenty about him.
And he's coming back here.
He is. Boy, I'd like to see Casey's face when she hears those tidings.
Here, listen to this letter.
Dear Reed, I sort of got fed up with batting around out west here, and I figured I'd go back east to where you are. Now, I don't know if the Green Hornet is still running at large, Reed, but if he is, I'm renewing me old pledge to run the Spalpeen Earth. That's one reason for me coming back. The other reason is that having been a reporter...
Reporter? Huh.
I got it in me blood like an old fire horse. Timothy tells me that you're well, and so is Cato. If it's all right with you to take me back, I'll be there soon. Signed, Michael Axford. P.S. I won't wait to hear from you. When you get to read this, I'll be on the train.
Gosh.
Good old Axford.
You like him a lot, don't you, Mr.
I certainly do. I resented him at first. You see, Dad hired him to serve as a bodyguard for me, but he wasn't supposed to let me know that. He was supposed to work in this office as an advisor to the crime reporters.
Oh?
But I found out his real purpose and then took him into my apartment to live there with me.
So he could keep a closer watch on you?
Yeah, so I'd know when he was sleeping and not watching.
Not bad.
I'll certainly be glad to see him.
It's too bad he'll be late for the circus.
Circus?
Yeah. Or haven't you read all the publicity about it?
Hey, I haven't seen a circus for years.
I never miss them. There's always a chance to get some good action photographs at a circus.
Axford's heart will be broken when he learns he missed... You know, he has 3 weaknesses. Parades, fire runs, and circuses.
So I've heard. Gee, if this circus hadn't taken off that jinx, I might get a prize-winning shot of tragedy.
Jinx? What jinx is that, Miss Benny?
Oh, golly. When they first started out this season, they had all kinds of trouble. There was hardly a performance without a major accident of some sort.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Why, for a time, there was talk about going back into winter quarters to recheck all the equipment.
But you say this jinx has been shaken off.
I guess so. They haven't had any trouble for some time now.
I understand that circus people are a superstitious lot.
And how? Why, they're even worse than vaudeville people.
I wonder if we couldn't get a story out of that.
Story?
Yeah, for the Sunday supplement. Something about the superstitions of the sawdust ring, shaking the jinx from the turnpike.
Gee, there's a whiz-bang of an idea, Mr. Reed. Look, give me a chance at it, will you?
Right, well, Miss Benny, suppose you go to it and see what you can do. Who's going to get the collaboration on it?
Who? Oh, Ed Lowry, of course.
Lowry? Have you two called a truce?
Oh, no. I still think he's a lug, and he thinks things about me. But the son of a gun can write.
Very well, Miss Benny. Suppose you go to it.
Just watch what we turn out. I'll get hold of the advance man on the phone right away and make a day to go over it with him.
Yes?
There's a Mr. Lowry from the Daily Sentinel to see you, Mr. Burns. He has an appointment.
I'll see him in a little while. Please tell him to wait.
Yes, Mr. Burns.
What'd the girl say? Lowry of the Sentinel?
Yes, Sanders, a reporter.
What time is a 24-hour man for reporters? Now, you'd better tell him you can't see him today, Burns.
The Sentinel is giving us a feature story, and they
But
want to
Burns,
hear...
I said you better not see him. I don't care about any arguments on the subject, see? The less your show has to do with reporters, the better we like it.
Now, hold on a minute, Fenders. We've got to take orders from you up to a certain point, but publicity is money in the circus business. Now, we need money badly this year.
Sure you do. Only you ain't handling the publicity angle. I know what the Sentinel is figuring to do. They want to run a story about the jinx you shook off.
Well, what of it?
Things might come out. Lowry's pretty smart, see? He might get the idea that the jinx was something that could be licked by taking out the form of insurance my outfit handles. Now, you'd better send word out to the secretary that you can't see him.
How did you know about what Lowry came for?
Burns, you don't think we're missing any bets, do you? The girl has to report everything to us.
Is she one of your racketeering outfits?
I don't like that line of talk, Burns. You better cut it, see? Now, send word you can't talk to Lowry. Then we'll go over the books and get a line on what you pay for insurance in this town.
You confounded crook.
You should know by this time that every crack of that sort costs your outfit dough.
I wish Anderson would tell you and your whole gang where to go.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. Just think of all the things that can happen to a circus if they don't take the proper precautions. Now, phone the girl, or do you want me to?
I'll tell her.
Hello?
I won't be able to see Mr. Lowry.
Oh, you won't?
No.
Very well, Mr. Burns. I'll tell him. Mr. Burns won't be able to see you today, Mr. Lowry.
Hey, now, wait a minute, sister. I've had this appointment too long for him to stall me off. I got a story waiting for what he's to tell me.
I'm sorry. Mr. Burns can't see you.
But that doesn't make sense. Didn't you tell him I'm from the Sentinel?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't he want publicity for the circus? Why, any other time, a guy like Burns would be tearing my office door off to get a write-up.
He said he
You
can't...
told me what he said.
Am I too late, Lowry? I got held up with Mr. Reed's dictation.
Burns won't see us.
What do you mean he won't?
What did I tell you, Benny?
But he's got to. We need more quotes from officials. We can't put the publicity man down for every quote we use in that story. If we wait for the show itself to get to town to land some of the other officials, it'll be too late for our story.
You heard what I said.
Where's his door?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Mr. Burns says
Listen,
he can't...
sister. They say that fools walk in where angels fear to tread. Okay, Toots, here's a fool.
You can't...
Look here, Burns. I knew you win. You can't put the high hat on when Clicker Benny is... Holy mackerel.
What's this interruption mean? Get rid of her, Burns.
I must insist
Fenders.
that you leave.
You?
For the love of Pete. Fenders. Well, how long have you been out of jail?
Are you confounded? Look here, Lowry. Can't you give a man the chance to go straight?
You? Well, that's a laugh. What racket are you in now?
I'm trying to make a living, that's all. I'm handling insurance.
Insurance?
Yes, insurance. I paid up for the mistake I made. Now I'm just trying to get by. Mr. Burns will tell you that.
I'll bet it's the highest priced insurance Burns ever paid for. How about it, Burns?
Mr. Fenders has told you the truth. I know all about his past record and find him a fine gentleman in spite of it. Now, I told you, Mr. Lowry, that I couldn't talk to you. Now, will you please leave my office, or shall I call the police and have you thrown out?
Well, I'll be a so-and-so.
Come on, Clicker. We can take a hint.
Now, I hope you're satisfied.
Look here, babe. When did Mr. Fender start peddling insurance to Burns?
I don't know.
Okay, but I'll bet I could guess. Come along, Clicker. This is something the boss should hear about.
Yeah, you're just the guy to tell him.
And on top of everything else he did, Mr. Reed, this guy Fenders ran a vegetable racket on the lower market. He did his stretch and got off mighty easy by copying a plea of guilty. And now he's going straight and selling insurance. Insurance, nothing, boss. It's a protection racket. We checked back and found that he started in with Burns just about the time the jinx was shaking off the circus.
And that means Fenders and his gang caused all those accidents. Don't you see?
Oh, I'm not blind, Miss Benning.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Mr. Reed. What I mean is, Burns is scared to death of Fenders.
You think, then, that the circus is paying Fenders and his gang so they can go on with their big shows without having accidents? Accidents is a good word for it. I'd call it murder. The sort of accidents they used to have don't happen so often. Ropes breaking, animals getting loose, food being contaminated, stands breaking down, tents collapsing.
Can't we make a story of it? If we could expose that racket and slap Fenders and his gang back in jail, where they should have been put for keeps the first time, well, think of the scoop it would be.
Let's suppose there is such a racket as you two think. I'd stake a month's pay on it. Suppose there is. Suppose we make a play to expose it. Now, what would that mean? We'd only make the racketeers mad, and they might take it out on the circus people. If there's anything of that sort, the law can't do anything without a complaint. Fenders knows that. Sure he does. Burns doesn't complain because he doesn't dare to. If there's a complaint or investigation from another source, the circus folks would pay for it. No one knows how many people might be killed or injured in the tragedy that would follow.
Can Fenders get away with that ruthless sort of stuff?
Miss Binney, we aren't in the racket-smashing business. We're publishing a newspaper.
Sure.
Now, look, boss. Lowry, the Sentinel's policy is to publish the news, not make it. Oh. Now, let's get back to reporting, Lowry. And as for you, Miss Binney, I have some letters for you to get out.
After dinner in his apartment that evening, Britt Reed discussed what Lowry had told him with Cato. Cato, the young millionaire's faithful valet, was the only living person to know him as the Green Hornet.
The trouble, Cato, is that I'm dead sure Lowry's right in his suspicions.
But what can you do about it, Miss Britt?
Without a complaint, the police can't make a move.
Who will complain?
The circus people are the only ones who can complain, and they certainly won't dare.
No, sir.
If Cato, I dared take the chance.
What chance?
I wonder. Well, let me see. I'd first have to satisfy myself that Fenders was being paid for protection. Then we'd have to learn the names of the other men in Fender's gang. I could get that from some of the old copies of the Sentinel I brought home with me.
Is that what the boundary is?
Yes, I brought a few back issues from the time when Fenders and his gang were on trial. I have their names. They're probably still working with him. He hasn't been out long enough to line up new men whom he can trust.
And then what would you do?
One moment. I have the number of Fender's hotel room. Perhaps I can catch him there now.
Why you phone him?
Check a couple of points. I'll have to acquire a horse voice and trust to luck that the rest of the gang haven't come to town yet.
Get up.
Hello, Fenders. They paid up, or do you need some roughhouse here in town?
Who's this?
Gimp, of course.
Don't sound like it.
Yeah, I got a bad throat, that's all. I'll be okay.
I see.
Did Burns come through with the payment okay?
What about the other guys?
You mean Blinker?
Yeah, and Dolan.
Yeah, they're with me.
Okay. Everything is set. No roughhouse here. I'll see you tomorrow night and pay up.
Tomorrow night? Why not now?
I told you tomorrow night. If you come in a day early, that's your tough luck. Now, don't come near me, see?
Okay. Tomorrow night it is, then.
Meet you near the lemonade stand at the grounds, just before the show starts.
Right. So long.
Bye.
Cato, Fender's told me plenty.
He did?
I used the name Gimp. Gimp used to be his muscle man. Dolan and Blinker were two others that handled his rough stuff for him.
Yes?
They're due in town tomorrow. They're to meet Fender's at the lemonade stand at the circus tomorrow night. He's to pay them off.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Do? Cato, I'm going to blow that racket sky high. You just wait and see.
But how?
First place, watch what happens to this apartment here. Hand me that andiron from the fireplace.
Yes, sir. Here.
Now, out in the hall. This way. We'll start by smashing the lock on this door. There. Now we forced an entrance.
But the door, you break it?
And that's not all. That desk of mine usually has cash in it. It's usually locked. Good enough. We smash that. That's it. Now, Cato, take a look at these pictures.
What pictures?
Here, this old copy of the Sentinel. This man is Fender's. Well, forget his face. Study the other three. Gimp, Dolan, and Blinker. You're going to describe those men to the police when they come here to investigate a burglary. You came in, found me knocked out on the floor. Those three men ran out of the place. The police get the description from you. I'm unconscious on the floor.
But, Mr.
Don't
Britt...
let the cops see those old papers, though. Describe the men from memory. You got that?
Yes, but you...
I get knocked out cold. Now take this and hit me.
I can't, Mr. Britt.
Fine, you, Cato. Go ahead, hit me. Knock me out and then telephone for the police. You've got to do it.
But I
You
don't...
do what you're told.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Britt. I'm so sorry.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green Hornet adventure. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. At Britt Reed's orders, Cato, the faithful valet, knocked the young publisher unconscious. Then he called the police. They hurried to the modern apartment, accompanied by Lowry of the Daily Sentinel.
There's trouble in the boss's own apartment. The thing might be big time.
That it might, Lowry.
There's his door.
This way.
Hello, Cato.
Mr. Rory.
That's Reed's valet. You know him, Doyle.
Sure I do. What's happened?
This way. Hurry. It's Mr. Britt. He's hurt.
Hey, boss. Good night. What's happened, Mr. Reed? What hit me?
Who busted in here? Look how that desk is ripped open.
I saw them.
Yeah? What they look like? Give us a description.
3 men.
3 of them, eh?
I had a good look before they run away.
Hey, go into the other room. I got to do something for the boss. Take it easy. Here, Mr. Reed. Now take a drink of this. My head. You had a hard sock. There's a lump as big as an egg there. Burglars, police. Yeah, the cops are here all right. Cato saw the crooks, and he's describing them the door right now. Good for Cato.
I know that, Lug.
What does Doyle say? He knows who crowned you. I'm all right now, Lowry. I want to speak to Doyle.
Hey, Marty. If that isn't Blinker that Cato describes, I'll eat my shirt. Skip back to headquarters and bring us the gallery shots of Blinker and the rest of his outfit.
Blinker? Hey, I remember him. He used to work the rackets with Fenders. With Fenders, get that? The burn I told you about. Oh, yes. Doyle, the Sentinel played a big part in sending those rats down. This is reprisal, that's what it is.
Get those pictures, Mart.
I'm on the way, Doyle. Be right back with you.
We'll see if Cato can identify them.
Cato did identify 3 men whose pictures he was shown. The order went out to pick up Blinker, Gimp, and Dolan. Through Britt Reed's influence, the entire matter was kept from the other papers in the city, and of course no word of it appeared in the Daily Sentinel. The following morning, Fender's 3 partners took a cab from the train.
Here's the hotel.
Okay. Pile out, Gimp.
Yeah, I am. Well, look who's here.
Huh?
Take it easy, boys. The sergeant wants to have a little talk with you 3.
He must be. You ain't got nothing on us. We only just now got into town.
Pay off your driver. We got a car waiting to take you in. Had an idea you might show up at your old favorite hotel.
What's the big idea? We're in the clear now.
Sure.
Maybe you can give an alibi for last night.
We wasn't in town at all. We got an alibi. We was 200 miles from here.
Save it for the sergeant.
I thought there'd be a frame like this sooner or later.
My suspicions are two. What's the charge?
Burglary.
Burglary? We ain't burgled any place. We never burgled in our life.
Also assault and battery.
I want my lawyer.
We got a right to a mouthpiece. You can't hold us.
We'll talk that over later. Come on now, get going.
When Lowry heard of the arrest, he brought the news to Britt Reed.
It's too bad Cato's out this afternoon. They won't be able to locate him to make an identification until this evening.
Good. I'm glad to see those guys stew in jail for a while.
How long can they be held there?
24 hours at least. Cops are trying to locate Cato.
Of course, Cato may have made a mistake when he identified the pictures of them.
I doubt it.
Does Fenders know his former pals are in jail?
Not as far as I know. No way he would know, is there?
Yeah, I suppose not. It's odd, Lowry, that just about the time you suspect Fenders of trying to run a racket in the circus, his 3 henchmen would show up in town.
They claim they just got into town 15 minutes before they were picked up.
Yeah, that being the case, they'd arrive the day of the circus. I wonder if that would be coincidence.
Not by a long shot. They're the muscle men, I tell you, boss. If the circus don't pay up, they're the guys that go to work on it, wreck things. They're the jinx.
That's pretty far-fetched, Lowry.
But it isn't.
We haven't any proof, you know.
Oh, I know. I'm getting so I hate that word, proof.
Hey, I wonder. The thought just came to me, Lowry. If we could get something more tangible, some evidence that they came to town to meet Fenders.
How could we?
I understand you've got a date to take Miss Benny to the circus tonight.
Yeah, I got hooked.
Will she be taking her camera along with her?
Sure she will. She's never without it. I'm the guy who plays second fiddle to a camera. How do you like that?
Suppose I tell Cato not to identify those men, even if they are the ones he saw.
And let him get away with the beating they gave you?
Not for a good reason. The police would let them go if Cato didn't make identification, wouldn't they?
Sure, they wouldn't have anything to hold him on.
Very well, that being the case, if your theories are correct, they would at once go to hunt for Fenders. Isn't that logical?
Sure it is. Especially if they think they might be needed tonight.
Now then, where will Fenders be tonight?
Probably at the circus.
Then if you and Miss Benny stay close to Fenders, she might be able to get a shot at that trio contacting him.
But finding Fenders at the circus would be like a needle in a haystack.
Fenders will probably stay near Burns after the show gets underway.
Boss, you should be a reporter instead of me. You've got a way of doping things out.
Hey, what do you think of the idea?
But what if we do get pictures of Fenders with those lugs?
Go on from there and see if we can get more proof that there's an alliance and that there is a racket.
The show leaves town tomorrow.
Then, Lowry, it's up to you to get all you can tonight. You might overhear things, you know.
Boss, we'll have our eyes and ears open and Clicker's camera ready.
Britt Reed had to time things carefully that evening. He gave Cato very specific instructions, which were carried out to the letter. The 3 racketeers were released on schedule and headed for the circus lot, glad that they could keep their appointment.
Red hot! Oh, I can see whether our folks step right this way. Red hot! Step right up by the dinner. Hold on.
Last dinner, trio of snake jobber and a den of vicious reptiles from the heart of everything.
Pink lemonade, ladies and gentlemen, pink lemonade, ladies shade. Served with a silver spade by a charming old maid. 5 cents a glass. 1/2 a dime, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, ladies. Buy
The big show is just about to begin. Get your tickets at forward line. There we go.
Meanwhile, the circus lot was a blaze of lights. It was just before the time for the opening, and crowds jammed the sideshow, the menagerie, and the various refreshment stands. At one corner of the big lot, pink lemonade with thin slices of fruit floating on top filled huge jars on a narrow counter. The unshaded lights revealed Fenders near the stand, not far from the curb. A low, heavy machine came to a halt as Britt Reed took the biggest risk in the entire proceeding.
Fenders, come here.
He called to the racketeer.
I want to speak to you.
He was careful to keep well back in the low-slung car, so the crook couldn't see the sinister mask that concealed his face. Fenders sauntered to the machine.
Well?
I have a message for you. Here, take it.
Fenders came closer and placed one foot on the running board, and then...
What the? Make a move or shout, I'll let you have it, Fenders. You're covered.
A Hornet.
Open the door and get into this car. Keep your mouth shut and you'll not get hurt.
But what?
Hurry, do what you're told. You don't want to hang around here till someone gets a good look at this machine. In with you.
What do you want?
Shut that door. Now, sit tight. I'm driving around the block. You can get out of here when we pass the corner again, Fenders, if you just leave the dough on the seat beside you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The cut for the boys. Nolan, Gimp, Blinky, you know what dough I mean. Shell out.
But who?
Quick! Let you have the gas and take it from you.
Did the boys send you?
What do you think?
Where are they now?
None of your business. There's not much time left for you, Fenders. I'm either letting you out of the next corner or giving you the gas.
No, don't shoot. I'm putting the money on the seat.
That's more like it.
There.
Tell me what the big idea is.
You'd better ask Burns.
Burns?
He won't want to talk, but I guess you've ways of making him.
Did he send you here to get this?
I'm not saying a word. You talk to Burns. Now get out.
Yeah, sure.
And thanks, Fenders. Well, that's that. The only way to get the meat to the top of the stew is to stir things up. Well, now for more stirring.
Gosh, Lowry, I sure go for circuses.
Yeah, but a pile of it we'll see standing down here.
Are you sure those were the boss's orders?
You know what he told me. They close the burn and see what we can see and hear what we can hear.
Oh, rats. There isn't enough light here to get a good picture. Not even with a 1.9 lens.
Burns and Fenders have been talking a lot, but I haven't seen anything of those other three birds yet.
Neither have I.
Let's shove over close to them. Maybe we can get a load of what they're saying.
Suits me. But don't let them get a load of us, or we'll be shoved into the seats our tickets call for.
Either that or outside.
But get this, Lowry. Comes the acrobats, and I'm watching the show no matter what goes on.
Soft pedal. Walk backwards.
I tell you, I don't know a thing about it, Fenders. If you think I had any contact with the Green Hornet, you're crazy.
Now, look, Burns, I'm not fooling when I say you talk up or else. It ain't too late to cause a pile of trouble around here.
I can't stand here talking to you now.
No, this ain't a hot place to talk. You will go to the little tent you use for an office. Come on.
But I
You've got nothing to do with the running of the show from now on. Just step along or else.
Get that, Benny?
Meaning we go alone?
And how? You heard him mention the Hornet.
An acrobat's coming up. Oh, darn.
Get this over with as soon as you can, Fenders, and get off the lot. You've been paid in full.
Save it till you're in your tent.
Right over here.
Yeah, I know.
What are you three doing here?
Hello, Fenders.
Gimp.
It's us, all right.
Dolan. Blink. What?
We was told to come to Mr. Burns' tent and wait till you come in.
Who told you that?
The guy at the lemonade stand had a note for us. How about it, Fenders? Where's the dough?
That's what I'd like to know.
What do you mean?
The Green Hornet took it.
What are you handing us?
Come across, Fenders. We want the cash we got coming.
What are these hoodlums talking about, Fenders?
None of your business. This is a personal matter.
Well,
And what do you know about the Green Hornet?
We've already thrashed that out. I don't know a thing.
What sort of a stunt you pulling on us? First we're framed for a robbery and stuck in jail. Then we're out and find we don't get paid off.
We get our dough or else.
Listen, Burns, get this straight. It's from us three to you. Fenders ain't nothing but the front man. We're the guys that can give you the real protection. You pay us direct, see?
You're the ones who do the damage if we don't pay up?
Now you got it straight. We don't need Fenders no more.
Stop
see?
talking yourself into jail, you confounded fool.
Keep out of this, Fenders.
I won't.
I'll keep you out there.
Wait a minute.
Stop this roughhouse.
That'll hold you. Now, Burns, your show is going on. I don't know if you paid your insurance for this performance or not, but if you did, you'll have to get a refund from Fenders when he comes to. You're paying us, see?
I'm not paying out another dime. It's clear that you three represent the entire organization.
Hey, wait!
Hey, Rube! What the heck?
That's the shout that brings the whole gang.
Stand where you are. I'm armed.
And I'm with you, Burns.
Hold it.
What
The
in...
camera!
I got you.
What is it, boss? What's up, Mr. Burns? Who are these guys?
Take them all in, boys. They've been running an extortion racket.
Wait a second.
They admitted damaging our show.
Now, look, let's talk it over.
We were outside, Burns. We can testify for you.
We've been paying for protection. Fenders didn't let me know who his gangsters were, but this was all of them.
Let me out of here. I ain't staying to go back to jail.
Oh, yes, you are, Gimp. Take him to jail.
Lowry, I'll see you later. It's pink lemonade and tan bark for me.
Cato, I have the names of some people who were injured when Fender's gang tried to wreck the show.
Yes, Mr. Bibb.
Well, divide this cash we took from Fender's and send it to them.
Very well.
You take care of the details, Cato. Just send the cash to them. There's no use telling them it comes from the Green Hornet.
Extortion racket exposed. Circus jinx explained. Read all about the Green Hornet. Hornet gets away with cash. Green Hornet still alive. Gets the
story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet, Incorporated. The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach. The Green Hornet. Adventure, Pavement Condemned. The events and characters depicted in this drama are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Oh, it's you, Lowry. Thank goodness.
What's the matter with you, Clicker? Got the jitters today?
Today, yesterday, and all the rest of this week. Oh, gosh, I'll be glad when Casey gets back from her vacation.
What's the matter with you? Is it more than you can handle to be the secretary of the publisher of a newspaper like the Sentinel?
Ha! That's a laugh.
Where's Reed?
Don't ask me. He stepped out last night, and that means sleeping in this morning.
That'll all change when Axford gets back here and moves into his apartment with him.
It's that guy Axford that's giving me the jitters. I'm just hoping he won't show up till Case is back on the job.
Why?
Because I don't want to be here when he comes. They tell me he's a backslapper, and me with sunburn.
Look, how much time you got before Reed comes in?
How do I know? He isn't at the same time 2 days in a row.
I want you to use influence. Make a couple of calls with me.
Huh? Influence? Say, I don't swing enough influence in this town to raise an umbrella in a cloudburst.
You've got a lot of influence with that guy you made some pictures of.
Who?
Brandemeyer.
Brandemeyer? What do you want influence swung on him for?
Come on, he dawdled you on his knee when you were a kid with pigtails. You know the hard-headed old mule.
Look here, Lowry. You're the ace reporter of the Sentinel. If you want something out of Brandemeyer, figure a way to get it.
That's what I did, and when I got the figures added up, they totaled Clicker Benny. Now, come on. There's an A-1 story there if we can get Brandemeyer to talk up.
What's the angle?
You know that repaving job on 10th Street?
I heard about it. That's all. So what?
Brandemeyer is handling it. His firm, you know.
Yeah?
So comes the strike.
Strike? What strike?
Oh, listen, Clicker. Don't you read the paper?
I look at the pictures and read the cartoons.
The men on that job have been on a strike for the past 10 days.
Yeah? Why?
Plenty of reasons. I got a lot of angles from the laborers and their families. Here, look at the quotes I've got here. Dozens of them. But not a word from Brandemeyer.
Is he the only one of his firm you can talk to?
And you're supposed to know Brandemeyer.
Oh, that's right. He does his own talking, doesn't he? When he talks.
Why, say, if anyone else in that outfit opened his mouth, he'd be out on his ear looking for welfare.
And you can't get the Brandemeyer point of view on the strike, huh?
No.
But you have angles from the laborers.
Sure, I want both sides of the thing. It's getting to be a mighty bad affair.
Why is it?
The shopkeepers can't do business with the street all torn up. People can't even walk to the stores without going knee-deep in mud.
What have they got in the way of the labor side of the strike?
Plenty, and I think those fellas are perfectly justified.
Knowing old Brandemeyer as I do, they no doubt are. That's probably why he won't talk. There's nothing he can say that would do him any good.
Here, get a load of this story from Jake Beerwald. Listen to what he says.
We don't want no shorter hours, and we don't care about no more pay. That is, I mean, we'd like more money, sure thing. Only we ain't striking on account of that. We had lots of boys get hurt using old equipment. See, Mr. Lowry, we feel that's all right. It's Mr. Brandemeyer's business to buy new tools when he wants to, We do the best we can with what we got. Only we feel that when one of our boys gets hurt, like Jack Green, he should get help. A sort of insurance, if you know what I mean.
He went on from there and told me all about this guy Green. He was working with a drill that should have been junked a long time ago.
On a paving job?
No, a different job. Brandemeier takes on a lot of jobs. Anyhow, this guy Green was working with the old drill when it snapped.
Oh, my leg!
What's the matter?
Oh.
Hey, Green's been hurt.
Help, help, my leg! That drill!
It's Jack Green. Turn off the air. Get that hose out of the way. Someone call a doctor.
Well, Green had to have an operation on the leg, and he won't ever amount to much again. I talked to his old mother. Here's her story.
Yes, Jack was going to be married, but now, well, he can't work anymore, and he wouldn't ask the girl to go through with it.
But what do you do?
I don't know. We don't have much. This little house my husband left is mortgaged. Jack didn't have very much saved, and I suppose the doctor bills will take all of that.
Oh, that's tough. But surely you can do something, can't you?
Do what we've always despised. I've never in all my life taken charity. I don't want to take it now. Neither does my boy. But we have no choice.
Won't the firm he worked for help out some?
Brandemeier? That tight-fisted old miser. He makes everyone who works for him sign a paper that they take the jobs at their own risk.
Wasn't there any sort of insurance?
No.
Well, Clicker, that surprised me. I thought there had to be some sort of protection.
Me too. How does Brandemeier get around the compensation angle?
I asked the old lady that, and she told me...
But he has a system of subletting the contract. My son became a sort of contractor, you see. He agreed to see his part of the work done for a flat price instead of working by the hour or the day or the week. I don't understand much about these things, Mr. Lowry.
Well, it had me beat, Clicker. Seeing that brave old lady, knowing that she hasn't a thing to look forward to now, knowing that her son is maimed for life, Well, I'm tough, but I can't take much of that sort of thing.
But was she right in what you said about Brandemeier?
Yeah, I checked with the lawyer, and Brandemeier is legally all right. It works out this way. If I hire a guy to wash windows at so much an hour and he gets hurt, I have to pay damages. I've hired him. But if I make an agreement where he's to wash all the windows in the house for a flat sum, then he's made a contract and he's a contractor. Then if he's hurt, it's his own tough luck.
Not much sense to the distinction, is there?
It's law.
Sometimes I think there's not much sense to law.
The lawyer couldn't put it as simply as I did. He spent half an hour and used a lot of 4-bit words and talked all around the bush.
Don't they love to?
But that's the meat of it, and that's why the strike. The laborers are absolutely right. But do you think Brandemeier will meet them halfway?
And now you want a statement from Brandemeier, huh?
Yes.
What's it worth?
Worth?
You can't get it, and I can. What's it worth?
Why, you gold digger.
Okay, Lowry, then scram. I got to do some letters for the boss.
Now, wait a minute.
My busy day. Breeze, will you?
What do you want for a statement from old Brandemeier?
Freedom.
Huh?
Look, Lowry, for 2 weeks I've been chained to this office. I haven't taken a picture for so long I don't know a time exposure from a 1.9 lens. You find some dame to fill in here so I can get outside for the rest of the week. And, brother, you'll get your statement from old hardshell Brandemeier.
Is that all you want?
Yeah, that's all.
Sister, you can consider yourself talking to Brandemeier.
Now, that's no way to talk to me, Mr. Brandemeier.
There's no argument about it. I won't be told what to do by the men who work for me.
And that's your final statement?
Yes. No. It's not a statement. Confound it, Marjorie. I can't keep it in mind you're working for a newspaper.
They call me Clicker now.
I'm not making a statement.
But you just said you wouldn't take dictation. Ooh, how I hate that word. From your employees. And that's a statement.
Not for publication.
Now, look, Mr. Brandemeier, isn't it possible that you might have the wrong slant?
No.
But if you...
I said no. I founded the business. I made it what it is. I hire men to do a given thing for a given price, and they can do it or not do it.
But right now, they're not doing it.
Well, then let them go hungry. I tell you, Marjorie, when I was younger...
Don't tell me. Things have changed since you were younger, Mr. Brandemeier.
My attorneys tell me that I'm protected. There's nothing these men can do. I won't be coerced.
You won't be coerced. Is that a statement?
No, confound it. No.
Oh.
I thought you just dropped in to say hello.
Well, I said hello, didn't I?
Yes.
Then I may as well be going.
One thing. I don't like your working for a newspaper. Blasted, Marjorie. You used to be a nice little girl.
Used to be? I like that.
Now what are you? Going around trying to tell men like me we don't know how to run our business. Trying to make us make a statement.
How would you feel if you had your life savings sunk in a shop on that street that's all torn up? And a stubborn, mulish man was determined to keep the street torn up so no customers could reach you.
Don't you call me names.
I'm not.
You call me a stubborn, mulish man.
I did nothing of the sort. I asked you how you'd feel if a stubborn, mulish man wrecked your business.
You said... Get out of here, Marjorie Benny. Get out of here. When you've let that confounded newspaper business come in and see me again. And if you want a job, I'll give you a decent one.
Not typing.
Typing, yes.
Like fun, you will. Now look this way, quick.
Huh?
There. Oh, boy, that's swell.
You took my picture.
Yep, and gee, you had the greatest smile on your face I've ever seen.
Get out. Get out of here.
Goodbye.
And remember, I've made no statement.
That's what you think.
Brandemeyer won't be coerced. Exclusive statement from contractor. Strike settlement far off. Read all about it. Set collect speed paper.
Look at that picture. A regular old Tartar, stubborn as they come.
Won't settle the strike. Won't meet anyone halfway.
Oh, that man, a mean, ugly old miser. That's the man that's keeping all our people out of work. That's the man that's putting me on welfare.
That's the man that's tying up the job.
That's the man who's ruining the business of every store on this street. That's the man who won't meet anyone halfway.
That's the man who's to blame.
Well, that's him, Mr. Reed. And there isn't a blame thing that can be done about him.
So that's the picture Clicker Benny took. Well, the girl is good, isn't she?
Yeah. You saw his statement?
How'd you get it?
I didn't. Benny got that, too. That dame's got a way about her, boss. Doggone it, she gets around.
It's too bad she can't figure out some means of making Brandemeyer come down to earth and listen to reason.
It can't be done, boss. That strike will last from now on.
Lowry, isn't it possible for the city to order some other firm to take over the job and repave that street?
No.
Well, why not?
Oh, Brandemeyer's protected himself from every angle. He's too smart.
Confound it, that street work must go on for a good many reasons.
Sure it
We've
should.
lost advertising through those firms. Men who work for them will soon be thrown out of jobs. If Brandemeyer keeps on till he beats those men of his and they have to go back to work, he'll set an example for other men of his type.
Thank goodness there aren't many of them.
Just what is the big issue?
Well, the men want some form of protection, that's all.
I don't believe it.
Huh? You don't believe it? Boss, I got those statements. You saw them.
I still don't believe that's the big issue. It isn't conceivable that a man like Brandemeyer would be so stubborn.
But you don't know the guy. That's Clicker Benny.
And the money involved isn't enough. Lowry, there's something behind it.
Meaning what, boss?
I don't think Brandemeyer is as well off as he pretends to be.
You don't?
I think he might be conducting a racket.
Sure he is.
I mean to say more of a racket than appears on the surface. Something actually criminal.
Gosh, tell me more.
Isn't it quite possible that Brandemeyer is waiting for the chance to cash in?
How could he?
All those stores are going broke. If he can keep the street torn up to a fall, they'll all be forced to sell out, and sell out cheap. Think of the buys he could get.
Wow, I never thought of that.
To pick up the entire section for almost nothing. Perhaps the face of the mortgages and sales expenses.
And he's purposely not settling the strike for that reason.
He could make a fortune if he happened to think of that angle.
Holy mackerel. Wait till I tell
No, hold on, Lowry.
Huh?
I've merely made a wild guess. I'm probably wrong.
But it'll bear investigating, Mr. Reed, if that's what he has in mind. What a story. Why, the guy could be jailed. I'll send Click over to see him again. She can confront him with that angle and see what he says.
You're putting her in a hot spot?
And she don't mind if there's a story in it.
Let me know what you learn.
I sure will.
Perhaps with Lowry investigating, I can use the Green Hornet and throw some things in his path that will open his eyes. Well, there's no harm in trying.
That evening in his apartment, Britt Reed explained the entire situation to Cato, his faithful valet and the only living man to know him as the much-sought-for Green Hornet, who was wanted by both police and the underworld, dead or alive.
Lowry will be moving fast, Cato, covering a lot of ground. He's on the track of an idea, and he won't stop until he's run it down.
Yes, Mr. Biff. What are you going to do?
Use the Green Hornet. We'll make the first calls tonight.
Tonight?
I have a list of storekeepers on the street that's torn up, and also their home addresses. That's where we'll see them. And when we've finished, Lowry is going to have something that'll make him come clamoring to me for a bonus. He'll probably get it. Come on, Cato. Let's get going.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green Hornet adventure. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. John Anderson was one of the shop owners on the street that had been torn up. His face was drawn and haggard as he bent over a library table covered with papers upon which he had been figuring.
Pavement Condemned. That's the whole story, Jane. We're licked.
John, you can't be. Not yet.
We might as well face the facts. The committee of men on the street is investigated, and there isn't the slightest likelihood of that street being repaired for a long time. I have enough cash to carry through until the 1st of September, then we can close up.
But what will you do?
I don't know. Jobs are scarce.
You're not trained for anything. You started your furniture store and spent half your life making it what it is.
I may be able to land a job in one of the department stores as a furniture salesman. That's about all. Jane, we've got to face the facts. Now, I'll do whatever you say. Close up now and have a couple of hundred left, or hang on till we have to close up in the far-fetched hope that this devil will meet the laborers and settle the strike.
There doesn't seem to be any point in trying to hang on, does there?
None whatsoever.
If there was any chance of the pavement being fixed...
The men discussed it. They tried to meet with Brandemeyer. They talked to his laborers. They saw the city council. They met with the district attorney. Nothing can be done unless Brandemeyer himself agrees to meet his men and settle a strike.
Then, John, let's fold up.
It's all we can do.
What's the matter, dear?
Odd. I thought I heard someone moving in the other room.
There's no one here. I let the maid go a week ago.
Imagination, I guess. Worrying so much that I'm...
Wait.
Did you hear it?
Yes, I thought I heard someone.
I'd better have a look.
Maybe a thief.
Stand where you are.
What in the world?
Mask!
Don't be alarmed.
What do you want?
John, that mask. I've seen pictures. That's the Green Hornet.
The Hornet?
That's right. And you'll be glad I came here.
What do you want?
We've nothing to steal.
I'm not here to steal. I'm here to tell you how to take a sign off your business street.
Sign? What sign?
The sign that reads Pavement Condemned.
What?
If you hang on, you'll lose everything you have, Anderson. And if you close up, you'll still lose your store. Isn't that true?
But what have you to do with it?
You want that pavement repaired, don't you?
Naturally.
And you can afford to spend a few hundred to have it repaired.
A few hundred? What are you getting at?
Can't you?
Yes, of course. I mean to say, if it's repaired, then we can do business again. Things can get back to normal. People can get to our stores.
That's all I wanted to know. How much shall I put you down for?
Put me down for?
$500?
But how...
Never mind the questions. If the cash is big enough, the pavement will be repaired in double quick time.
Is that man Brandemeyer behind this?
If you ask too many questions, you'll lose this chance. If each of you men kick in with cash, you'll get results.
So you're the one who's holding up the work?
Me? No, not me.
You work for Brandemeyer?
I work alone. How much cash are you kicking in?
Well, what assurance...
Anderson, you pay up and trust that what I tell you is right. Don't pay and go broke. You can take your choice, but make it fast. I have other people to call on tonight.
I'd like to think it over, to talk to some of the other men.
And bring in the cops? That's the quickest way for you to be dead certain you'll never stage a comeback.
No, I give you my word. I'll keep it confidential.
Your word?
My word. My contribution alone will be nothing for you. If the other men will contribute, I'll do likewise.
I'm calling on the other men.
Well, if
Wait
they
1 hour, and then you can phone some of your friends and discuss the matter. Bring in the police or newspapers, and you know what it means.
I gave you my word.
Very well. You'll hear from me again, Anderson. Perhaps tonight.
Jane, I wonder, do you suppose that...
I'm for gambling with the Green Hornet.
You mean that...
I mean for you to pay and see what happens. If the Hornet can bring anything to bear on Brandemeyer so that paving will be fixed, it's worth what it costs. Don't you see, John? This is our one chance, the first ray of hope we've had.
I'll wait an hour and then call some of the other men.
While Cato guarded the car, the Green Hornet made a second call on a shop owner whose pavement was condemned.
Take your choice, Boswell. Lay out the cash or go completely broke.
Time to think. Let me think. Let me discuss it.
Sure, I'll let you discuss it. Discuss it all you want. But remember, the time is short. I don't propose to hold this offer open very long.
I will communicate. Some of my friends, other men on the street.
Do that. And stop shaking in your boots. I'm not here to give you any roughhousing. I'm here to help you.
Yes, sir. Yes, of course.
You'll hear from me later.
Again and then again, the Green Hornet stopped at shop owners' homes. Then he put his car in a dark alley where it would be unseen for the next hour or so.
This will do, Cato. I'll give those men time to talk it over with each other and compare notes. By this time, they've called an emergency meeting of their committee, and you can bet the subject of the discussion is the Green Hornet.
I tell you, Gentlemen, I'm convinced we should take the chance and play ball with this Green Hornet.
I don't know about that.
If we do and the police find it out...
The police haven't done anything for us so far.
My wife is a keen judge of human nature. Gentlemen, I respect her judgment, and she feels that the Hornet can help us.
How does she have a reason for judging him?
Simply his voice, his manner, woman's intuition. Oh, I don't know.
We've got to decide mighty quick.
Is it agreed that we'll all abide by a majority decision?
I'm agreed. But there's a lot of businessmen who aren't here at this meeting.
We'll have to sell them the idea.
I don't know about that, Anderson.
I say let's take the chance.
It's okay with me.
There's nothing to lose. We'll all go broke if we try to hang on.
Let's do it.
Yes,
right,
let's take
we
the
will.
chance.
Is anyone opposed?
No,
Not me.
I'm agreed.
Okay, then. Let the secretary make a list of what each of us can contribute. We'll cross our fingers and hope it's enough to interest the Green Hornet.
Anderson, you're first.
$400.
Boswell?
400, the same amount. It should be the same for all of us.
Put me down for the same.
Yes?
I'm calling to speak to your husband and determine what he's decided.
Oh, it's you. He isn't here now.
Going for the cops?
No. He went to a meeting. Just a moment. I think he's coming in now. Is that you, John?
Yes?
Quickly, the telephone.
Who is it?
The Hornet.
Hello?
Well,
We'll do what we can to pay you.
how much?
We can raise $5,000.
You have it?
I have checks. They're made out to cash. If you insist on the money tonight, you can come for it. If you want cash, you'll have to wait till I can get to the bank.
I'll take it tonight, Anderson, and if you try any double-crossing, you'll wish you hadn't.
No, I won't. We're sincere. We're too anxious to grab any straw that might offer a hope of saving our business.
I'll be around for those checks. Have them ready.
They'll be ready.
Britt Reed hurried to the place he had hidden the sleek car. He opened the door and spoke to Cato.
And best of luck so far. We can only get to Brandemeier's place before Lowry leaves here.
Is he there?
I hope so, Cato. And I hope Clicker Benny can get in with him. If things will only time out for us, we might be able to finish things tonight without waiting any longer. Here's hoping.
There's just one reason in the world, Marjorie, why I let you in here tonight.
You wanted to see me, isn't that it?
I wanted to spank you.
Uh-oh. Don't try that with Mr. Lowry here. He might not stand for it.
I want to tell you what I think of you for running that picture in your confounded paper.
Now, hold on, Brandemeyer. The only reason she wanted to get in this house was because I could come in here with her. What's your racket?
What's that? Racket?
That's what I said. What's the racket? I got a tip from the inside that your intentions are trying to knock the bottom out of the real estate so you can buy up that section cheap and then finish your pavement.
That's a confounded lie. It's not true. Not a shred of truth.
All right. If that isn't the right answer, what is?
Get out of my home. Get out of here, I tell you.
Not so fast, Mr. Brandemeyer. You're obviously in some sort of racket, or you wouldn't be so stubborn about meeting the laborers and discussing matters.
There's nothing to discuss. If they don't want to work for what I pay, they needn't.
Okay, then. But does that have to stop you from finishing the job? Why not hire other men and go ahead with it?
You impertinent young upstart. I'll tell you why. Because of contracts. I gave those men contracts to do the work. Each of the men has a contract.
Yeah, I know, and that's why you don't have to be responsible for what happens to them. But tell me this. When they stop working, don't they violate the contracts?
None of your business. I refuse to discuss the matter with you. Marjorie, get that man out of here.
Take more than her to do it. Now, look here, Mr. Brandemeyer. There's no use losing your head about this. Let's talk it over.
There is nothing
Let's see if maybe Clicker or I can't act as an intermediary and bring you and your men together.
No.
More company.
My man will be fired if he allows any more of you in. George, if that looks like a newspaper man, call the police.
Yes, sir, boss.
Call the police anyway. I'm being abused.
Good Lord, Mr. Brandemeyer.
What's the matter with you?
Sounds like he saw a ghost or something.
Maybe you're something.
George, answer me. What's the matter?
Maybe I better go see.
Mr. Brandemeyer, Mr. Brandemeyer say he are gone now. An awful person, a mask.
Mask?
Why didn't you say so?
He held a gun pointed at me, sir. He threatened my life if I open my mouth. Here, he all gave me this for you.
What's that?
Yeah, what is it?
Take your hands away.
Oh, all right. Don't get hot under the collar.
Hey, wait. Look, the mark of the Green Hornet.
A hornet?
Hey, that's something. Open it up, Brandemeyer, quick.
Don't you order me around. I'll not open it till I'm good and ready.
That's where you're wrong, pal. When you mess around with packages from the Green Hornet, you're messing with things that the cops would like to know about.
I'll get the cops here.
Green Hornet?
Go on, frozen face. Call the law.
The policeman?
And how?
Yes, ma'am. I'll call
Can't imagine what this might be.
You open it, Brandemeyer, or I'll do it for you.
The devil take you, Lowry.
He will someday. Go on, open it up.
Checks. Hey, what are those?
Money.
Checks made out to cash. What is this?
Who signed them? Who signed those checks? Let me see them.
Take your hands
Dry up, you old tartar. This thing's out of your hands now. Anderson. Boswell. Hey, Click. Isn't there an Anderson furniture store on that street?
Yeah, and a Boswell restaurant.
I know nothing about those.
Conway.
A Conway who runs a drugstore.
That's right. Hey, is this a contribution to go on with that pavement? Get some of those men on the phone, Clicker. Hurry it up. See what the Hornet promised.
Anderson said the Hornet promised to get the street repaired.
Wow, so that's your racket.
No, I swear it isn't.
You and the Green Hornet. He's your collector, huh?
He is not. I know nothing
Listen,
about...
you bull-headed old fool. This is a story that'll wreck you. One that'll land you in jail. Deny it all you want, but you can't get around these checks. Now you get one chance to get out of this. Call your men, have a meeting, straighten things out their way, and get them back on the job. Meanwhile, return these checks to the guys that made them out. You got till noon tomorrow, and if you don't get men working by then, the Daily Sentinel gets my story.
Hold that check up.
Here.
There, I got the picture.
Just my luck, Mr. Reed.
What's the matter, Lowry?
Me with a Green Hornet story, there would be a wow, with Brandemeyer himself involved.
Brandemeyer, eh?
Yeah, and I promised not to run it if he settled the strike. Well, he settled it. The men started work an hour ago. I just got the call. So, there's my story. But anyhow, I settled the strike.
Good, Lowry. Good for you.
Sentinel Piper X3. Brandemeyer meets all terms. Paving strike settled. Green Hornet still at large. Sentinel X3 Piper.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated. The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach, the Green Hornet. The adventure, The Devil's Playground. The events and characters depicted in this drama are fictitious. Any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.
Some mild, isn't it, Casey? Look at the crowds around all the different stands.
There's the wax museum and a shooting gallery. Was it always so crowded here, Lowry?
Sure, all season. People come down here to go swimming on the beach, and they wander around evenings taking in all the excitement. Hey, don't tell me you've never been here before.
First time, cross my heart. I was meant to, but after leaving the newspaper, well, you know how it is.
Well, even us newspaper hounds get a day off once in a while.
Anyhow, Mr. Reed suggested I come out here with you, so here we are.
Yep, with orders to see how all these carnival concessions are going.
But why did Mr. Reed want me to go? I'm a secretary, not a reporter.
So we'd look like the rest of them. Couple out for a good time.
Mr. Lowry.
Oh, here's the roller coaster, Casey. What do you think of it?
It's awfully high, isn't it?
The devil's
Listen to that barker selling tickets.
Dips and turns, thrills and seals that leaves you breathless. Enjoy the fun ride, the Devil's Dipper, only 50 cents, half a dollar, the fastest, biggest roller coaster in the world. How about it, brother? You and the lady friend, car leaving right now.
Like to try it, Casey?
No, thanks. Not me, Lowry.
Why not?
Sure, lady, there ain't nothing to worry about.
It doesn't look safe. Why, every time a car goes around that curve there, the whole support seems to shake.
That's the way it's built, lady. Vibration can't have it rigid.
Yes, but so much.
Safe as the ground you stand on, lady. Absolutely safe. Come on, get aboard the Devil's Dipper. 2 tickets, brother.
Well, the lady says no. I guess you'll lose a sale.
Come on, Lowry. Let's see what's further along.
Okay.
Come on and ride the Devil's Dipper, folks. Thrills and seals.
What's the matter with you, Casey?
Now, don't you start calling me a baby because I didn't want to ride that roller coaster.
Well, the only way for us to get any dope for a feature story is to ride those things.
You're the one that writes the stories, not me. Besides, it did shake a lot.
I didn't notice it. Ah, but forget it, Casey. There are plenty of people who don't go for roller coasters. How about a hot dog?
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
there's a stand right over there.
Gosh, did you see that roller coaster go past?
Yeah, they screech around those turns like nobody's business. Come on. Hey, what's that?
It sounded like a...
It was that roller coaster. See it back there at the bottom of that dip?
It's sort of dark. This fence, I can't see over it.
I can. Looks like the car's jumped the rails.
Anyone hurt?
I can't tell from here. Come on, back to the entrance.
An accident! Accident! It's a roller coaster! Stand back there, folks. Don't crowd around. We ain't letting nobody in here.
Gangway coming through here.
Stop shoving, will you? Can you see it?
No, he ain't let nobody in.
I'm right behind you, Lowry.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Inside to see that accident.
Sorry, brother. Nobody gets past this gate.
But people might be hurt.
Now, a little jarring, that's all. Nothing serious.
Listen, we're reporters. You can't keep us out.
Reporters or whatever you are, nobody goes in. Them's orders, see?
Stay here, Casey. I'll
Oh,
get
now
in.
you don't.
Hey, what's the row? Easy does it.
Watch this gate and don't let nobody in, officer.
Okay.
That doesn't go for reporters.
Oh, you a reporter?
He's Lowry from the Daily Sentinel.
Sure, let me in on this. It might be a story.
Well, yes, I guess reporters are
He
different.
stays here. Everyone stays. The Devil's Dipper is private property, you understand?
Those people who are riding your roller coaster...
There's a doctor in there now. You can come in as soon as it's okay. Now, there ain't no story in a little toad like that.
Well, for the... How long are we going to have to wait?
Till I hear different. Now stand back. Stand back, all of you. Stand back!
Dear Mr. Reed. Ah, there I go. Getting all tangled up again. Golly, the way Casey makes this here typewriter fly in using all 10 fingers, too. So I tries again. A new sheet of paper to begin fresh.
Here we are, Casey. The boss is waiting.
Oh, hold on there.
No, Ashford, you know better than to... What's happened to my typewriter?
Yeah, the ribbon's halfway out.
And crumpled paper all over the floor. Oh, Ashford, what have you been up to?
Now, take it easy, Casey. Can I help it if your machine is so old and ramshackle it's falling apart?
You big ape. It was all right until you got at it.
I bet he used a sledgehammer.
His fist is big enough.
No, look here, you two spalpeens.
I'd tell you plenty if Mr. Reed weren't expecting it.
Expecting you? He never said nothing to me about it.
Well, why should he?
Because I'm his bodyguard, that's why. And furthermore, beyond that, I've been told to sit here and keep people out while Casey's been gone.
Well, you can stop then. I'm back.
Well, here now, I'm still on duty.
Yes?
This case, Mr. Reed, Lowry and I are back again.
I've been expecting you. Come in, both of you.
Hey, hold on that chair, Axford. Mr. Reed doesn't want you.
Johnny, I can't understand Miss Reed since I get back.
Oh, Lowry, close the door.
Well, Miss Case, you and Lowry ran into a lot of excitement last night.
Yes, we did, Mr. Reed, and we've been out all this morning talking to people about it.
Maybe she'd rather be a reporter than a secretary, boss. She'd do all right, too.
Did you get anything that the Sentinel can use?
Boss, we got plenty.
You know about the accident last night?
Oh, yes, we already had that story in. What I want now is the facts on who's responsible for it.
In the bag, Mr. Reed. We got enough to call out the militia and have that roller coaster padlocked.
It isn't safe, Mr. Reed.
Sure of that? The statement made by the owner after the accident blamed it on a stick that had been lying across the rail.
And that's what he said, boss. By the time we got past the cops and took a look, well, they might have fixed things up.
What about the safety inspector?
That's just it, Mr. Reed. He gave them a clean bill of health on it.
And why are you so sure it wasn't merely an unfortunate accident?
Here's why, boss. These little statements.
Where are they from? Some of the injured passengers?
No, Mr. Reed. The passengers only knew there was an accident. They didn't know how it happened.
I don't
These statements are from guys who count, boss.
Yeah, but I still
The
don't...
guys who built that roller coaster, the contractors. And here's one from one of the roller coaster employees. He worked right there. He knew what went on.
We got them this morning.
And every one of them signed.
Oh, good work. We'll be able to close down that rickety trap immediately. Hello, get me Gunnigan.
Shall I do the rewrite on this, boss?
Yeah, at once. Miss Case.
Yes, Mr. Reed.
Take this other phone and call the composing room. Tell them to hold the front page. Gunnigan, just a moment.
Give me composing.
Lowry.
Yeah?
Send Axford in here. Gunnigan, we're starting a campaign against ramshackle amusement concessions.
Composing. Hold the front page for us.
Now, that's right. We're going after them hammer and tongs.
Here I am, Britt. What's going on?
We have enough for a series, Gunnigan. Now, plenty of proof. No, we won't use names yet. No sense in using all our ammunition at once.
Ammunition, is it? Who shot who?
Oh, Axford, hush up.
Certainly name the roller coaster. The Devil's Dipper. It's unsafe. Hammer on it. I'll tell the readers we'll have more later. In this case, put these statements in an envelope.
Yes, Mr. Reed.
What can I do, Britt?
Axford, you're going to do some bodyguarding.
Glory be. You read?
No, those papers Miss Case has. You're going to see that nothing happens to them.
Oh, no, Reed. That ain't no fit kind of a job for a he-man like me. I want something important.
Well, these papers are plenty important. They're going to make certain that innocent people aren't the victims of another accident like the one that happened last night.
Roller coaster declared unsafe. Demand police close down amusement concession. Sentinel paper.
Those meddling newspapers. How did the Sentinel get this story, Scanlon?
Not from me, Durkin.
What about that accident? You told me there was a reporter from the Sentinel at the Devil's Dipper when it crashed.
Sure, with a dame, but they didn't get in. I swear it, Durkin.
Then how...
No, Durkin. Let's look at the facts calmly.
Calm, huh? You're in as deep as I am, Buckley. You're the inspector who okayed my permit on that roller coaster.
That's very true.
Yeah, and you got plenty for it. A lot of good it's doing us now.
This doesn't answer my question. How did the Sentinel get enough information to be so positive?
If you'd read past the headlines, you'd know.
Huh?
We ain't had a chance to.
I have. The Sentinel got that information from the contractor and men who built the roller coaster.
What?
They have statements from them. Furthermore, they have a statement from one of your own employees, Durkin.
Do they say that?
Oh, not in so many words. This story in the Sentinel is just the beginning, Durkin. It intimates that unless I, as inspector, close down the Devil's Dipper, they have proof and they intend to publish it.
So that's why all those reporters outside are hot on the trail. They think the Sentinel's got an exclusive.
The Devil's Dipper will not close. That's what I paid you for, Buckley.
Relax, please, Durkin. I have this whole situation well figured out.
Yeah?
You better have.
It's very simple. A few threats will take care of these witnesses the Sentinel talks about.
Sure, but they got statements, signed statements.
And that's where you come in, Scanlon.
Yeah?
Get to the point, Buckley.
If I remember, Scanlon once did a stretch for safecracking.
What about it?
Simply that I know where those statements are kept. They're being guarded by a man named Axford. He's not very smart.
Oh, well, I get it. I swiped them statements before the Sentinel can use them, huh?
Precisely. As for those reporters out there, Durkin, come along. We'll see them together.
What are we going to tell them?
Leave that to me.
Well, there they are.
What about that Sentinel yarn, Durkin?
There's Buckley, the inspector. Are you closing them down?
Gentlemen, please. The Sentinel newspaper has not only blackened the reputation of Mr. Durkin, but its report has caused him to lose a lot of trade.
He'll lose more than that.
Who are you?
I'm Lowry. The Sentinel's a paper I work for. Is Durkin closing up or isn't he?
No, he is not. What's more, as inspector, I can vouch for him. That accident was caused by a stick thrown across the rail by some passerby. Purely unintentional.
There'll be a better story than that in the Sentinel tomorrow.
Young man, you can tell your employer this. Both Mr. Durkin and I have been libeled. We intend to sue.
That's a laugh. Why, we have proof.
Then you had better use it. We're suing the Sentinel immediately unless it publishes a retraction.
Oh, it's unless, is it?
I don't like your tone. Gentlemen, you can notify the editors of your various papers that we are suing the Daily Sentinel. Today, we'll demand $1 million damage. And, gentlemen, you may print this, too. Mr. Durkin and I are going to collect it.
Late that evening, Scanlon and an accomplice took up their post near Britt Reed's home in the entrance to a dark alley. There they waited until they saw the bulky figure of Mike Axford approaching.
There he comes, Lon. See him crossing the street?
You mean that big guy, Scanlon? Hey, he ain't gonna be no pushover.
We'll handle him. Buckley sure was right about that guy being a little bit on the dumb side. All I did was send him a telegram to bring them statements to his boss's place, and he falls for it.
It looks that way. He's carrying an envelope.
That's them, all right. Couldn't be nothing else. Stay here in the shadows. When I talk to him, you know what to do.
It's all set.
Pardon me, brother. You got a match?
Huh? Golly, that's a fine way to hop out of the dark. And besides, I'm in too much of a hurry to...
Now!
Oh, why, you dirty...
Again, Mark. This blood's tough. I got the envelope. Run for it.
That sounds like... Axford. Good Lord, Mike, what happened? Why are you here?
Golly, Britt, I've been ambushed. They nabbed them papers. Somebody must have known you told me to bring them here.
What?
There was 10 of them, Britt, all around me. Hey, tell me this.
Mike, I never told you to bring no statements to me.
Sure, and I'd have beat them all if they had... What? What was that you said?
How long ago did this happen?
Golly, you must have told me to come here. Here's your telegram. It's only black and white.
Axford, I don't know what's wrong with you. Cato.
Yes, Mr. Britt.
Get in the other room, Axford, and lie down. You have a bad bruise in your head.
It's beyond me how I mistook the telegram. It's underhand, that's what it is.
Cato, the statements placing the blame for the roller coaster accident are gone, stolen. There's no doubt about who's responsible for that.
Mr. Durkin?
So that's why Buckley and Durkin were so sure about suing the Daily Sentinel for libel. Without the evidence upon which we based our story, they've got us right where they want us.
Very bad, Mr. Britt.
Yeah, there's only one answer. Unless we recover those statements or get new ones from the same witnesses, there's no power on earth that can save us from this libel suit. What's more important, the Devil's Dipper will continue to operate and endanger the lives of hundreds of people.
What are you going to do, Mr. Britt?
Call the paper. Get every available man out to try and get new statements from those witnesses. If that fails, Cato...
Yes?
This may be one more job for the Green Hornet.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green Hornet adventure. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a moment. Now to continue our story. With the evidence against the Devil's Dipper stolen, Britt Reed sent reporters out in an attempt to get their stories on paper a second time. But the attempt was doomed to fail.
So that's where we stand, boss. I went to every one of those witnesses after you phoned here to the paper last night.
And none of them would repeat his previous statement?
Not a one, boss.
Yes?
Mr. Buckley is here to see you, Mr. Reed.
Buckley?
Send him in, Miss Case. And come in yourself. Bring your notebook.
Oh, sure, Batty. That guy's here with a summons sure as I'm a foot high.
Well, I can't avoid it forever, Lowry. Well, Buckley, you wanted to see me?
I didn't expect you'd be so easy to see.
Got to the point.
I wanted to have the extreme pleasure of serving you with this summons myself.
Don't imagine that you surprised me with this. You're just as crooked as Durkin, Buckley.
You can't talk to me like that.
No, we know all about you. Durkin runs the Devil's Dipper only because he bribed you to overlook its flimsy construction.
You need proof for that, Reed, not talk. Perhaps we should add a slander suit to this one for libel.
Do you deny what you know is true?
Your secretary needn't take notes, Reed. I'll do all my talking in court when you answer that summons.
Boss, let me take this summons. Here, Miss Case, file it. In the wastebasket.
With pleasure.
As for you, Buckley, open that door, Lowry.
Here, what are you... let go of me.
Toss him out, boss.
We're giving you the same treatment your summons got, only instead of the wastebasket...
You can't...
Outside! Don't show your face around here again, and you'll get the same treatment.
What a heave!
I'll sue you for assault and battery, Reed. You can't get away with this.
Go ahead, try it. Only remember, the Daily Sentinel's going to keep after your rotten racket, libel suit or no libel suit.
That evening, after Britt Reed arrived at his apartment, he described the situation to Cato, his valet and the only living man to know him as the Green Hornet.
Well, that's the story, Cato. The witnesses refused to repeat their evidence. They've been intimidated, threatened.
I understand.
The Daily Sentinel's being sued for libel. They have no defense. Cato, it's up to us to make sure this crookedness is settled once and for all.
Yes, sir.
Lowry told me about one of those witnesses, a man named Thomas. He's an attendant at the Devil's Dipper. His job is to inspect the roller coaster after closing time each night.
Will you talk?
If we get one to repeat his statement, the others will follow. Get the mask and gun, Cato. We'll take the Black Beauty. Tonight, Thomas is going to meet the Green Hornet.
Thomas? Hey, Thomas!
Yeah? What do you want, Scanlon?
Turn off the music. We're closing up the Devil's Dipper for the night.
Not a bad take tonight, huh, Durkin?
All right, considering how the Sentinel's been talking up that accident.
We'll split plenty from that libel suit.
Okay, Scanlon. All fixed. Except I gotta make my tour of inspection.
Don't bother us with details, Thomas. Go ahead and do your inspecting.
And make it snappy, Thomas. Me and Durkin will be waiting over in the shack next to the entrance.
I'm going.
Thomas,
Yeah?
just a word of warning. Remember what we told you about any squealing.
We took care of that statement you signed for that Sentinel reporter. We got 'em back, all of 'em, yours included. When that libel suit comes up, you keep your lip buttoned about the accident, you understand?
I ain't gonna talk.
You better not. You know what'll happen if you do.
I told you once I wouldn't talk no more. Ain't that enough?
Hey, look over there.
What?
One of the roller coaster cars. It's starting up the slope.
Huh?
Well, get after it, Thomas. It must have caught on the cable.
It's empty. How could it
It
catch?
should, that's all. Go over and get it and snap it up.
I can't figure it. Guess the cable control must have slipped and pulled the empty car up the grade. This whole Devil's Dipper ought to be junked. Condemned. Rotten equipment all over. Where's that cable lever? There. Shut off. Guess I'll leave that car there till morning. No use.
You'll be with it, Thomas.
Huh? Who's that? Don't you know this place
I'm
closes?
a special visitor, Thomas.
Hey, you're masked. You're the Green Hornet.
Right.
What are you doing here?
I came to see you.
Me? For what?
You gave a statement to the papers about the accident.
They ain't got it now.
You might repeat it, Thomas.
Not me. I'm doing like Durkin and Scanlon told me to. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Perhaps they don't believe that.
Huh?
Perhaps Durkin and Scanlon are still afraid you'll talk.
Listen, Hornet.
As long as you're alive, you're a danger.
Durkin and Scanlon wouldn't do nothing like that.
How do you know they don't plan to put you out of the way?
They said they'd pay me plenty for keeping quiet.
Well, you trust them, huh?
I got it.
Suppose I tell you they've no intention of paying.
You just
Suppose they want all that money from the libel suit for themselves.
They're the kind of guys to do a stunt like that, all right, but... Look here, Hornet. What's your stake in this?
Sign this and I'll tell you.
What's that?
Look at it.
Okay. Easy with the gun. I'll look. Hey, this is about the accident.
It's a duplicate of the statement you signed.
Yeah, I thought they burned it.
Not before I got a copy. Sign it.
What?
Do you think you can trust Durkin and Scanlon?
What's that got to do with signing this?
When they know the Green Hornet has your signed statement, what'll happen then?
You mean they won't take a chance on doing nothing to me?
Exactly. You're safe as long as someone has your statement.
Yes, but
Besides, they'd pay plenty to get it back from the Green Hornet.
Say, I never figured that. You're right. You're a smart guy.
Sign it.
Sure, pal. You and me, huh? We'll blackmail them for a load of dough. Yeah, that'll teach them guys to threaten me.
Here's a pen.
Okay. You're on the level, Hornet. You'll split with me.
Whatever I get from Durkin and Scanlon, you'll get your share.
That's enough for me. There you are.
We thought you couldn't be trusted, Thomas.
Huh?
So you would double-cross us.
What the... So that's it. You was testing me. You're in with Scanlon and Durkin.
You were warned to keep your mouth shut.
Tear it up. Tear up that statement. I won't talk, I swear
It's
it.
too late.
Don't do it, Hornet. Don't.
Take it.
Don't. I can't breathe. You're in with...
Give him the gas?
I have his statement, but it's not enough.
He'd say it was signed under threat of force. But now he believes Durkin and Scanlon tried to finish him.
Yes, sir.
We're making sure he doesn't change his mind. Here, take his feet.
Yes, sir. I have them.
I got his arms. When he recovers from the effects of the gas, he'll be high up on the Devil's Dipper in that roller coaster car that's stalled up above.
What for?
After we leave him there, I'm going to phone the police. Then we'll take care of Durkin and Scanlon.
Britt Reed and Cato carried the unconscious form up the narrow catwalk high above the ground. They deposited Thomas's limp body in the stalled car. Leaving Cato on guard, Britt Reed descended and went to the nearest phone, first removing his Green Hornet mask.
Police department? I'm calling from the amusement park. There's something wrong at the Devil's Dipper. Yes, that's right, the Devil's Dipper. Better get over in a hurry.
I was just thinking, Durkin, what's happened to Thomas? He's been gone a long time.
Hey, how's it that? Maybe that car gave him a little more trouble than he figured.
Yeah, maybe so. Still, I don't trust that guy.
No, he's not going to talk. He knows what'll happen.
Why take chances? No sense in letting him out of our sight this late in the game.
We already burned that statement he gave to the Sentinel.
They can make another one, can't he? Come on.
Perhaps you're right.
We'll soon see if he's around or not.
Well, there's the car.
Yeah, it's still up there. Stalled halfway up to the top of the first rise.
Oh, that's funny.
Look, Durkin. There's someone up there. See, standing up in the car?
He's outlined against the sky. Must be
There's
Thomas.
another one, right beside him. See, a little guy. It looks like he's holding a gun on Thomas.
You're seeing things, Scanlon. It's too dark to tell for sure.
We're gonna make sure. Here's the tracks going up. We'll climb up this catwalk.
Yes, hurry. Single file.
That way's too slow.
Who's
Get
that?
in this car. What of you?
Mask.
The Green Hornet.
Get on this roller coaster.
But-
Hurry, you'll get a shot of gas.
Don't tell you we're going.
That's better. I'll go with you. The cable will carry us up.
Now listen, Hornet, what's the idea? We ain't done nothing to
The
you.
roller coaster up ahead. It's moving too.
Of course it is. The same cable that lifts this one to the top of the first rise works that one as well. See, it's going over the top now.
Hey, one guy got out. He's standing at the top.
That ain't Thomas.
Thomas is still in that roller coaster. He's getting a free ride along the whole length of your Devil's Dipper.
Hey, what are you doing?
Stay where you are.
You're jamming the brakes. We won't be able to stop.
Exactly. Once we reach the top of this first incline, this car will follow Thomas's. His brakes are jammed, too.
You can't do that.
What's the idea?
Just making sure neither you nor Thomas will be able to get out before you reach the end of the Devil's Dipper.
What are you doing, playing games?
Yes, if you must know.
Huh?
Exactly that, Durkin. You and Scanlon have been playing a game with the public long enough, you and your infernal Devil's Dipper. Now I'm taking a hand in it.
You can't.
Here's the top, and here's where I get off.
I bet you and Thomas figured this.
If you want to catch Thomas, you better hurry. He's halfway down already, so here's a little shove to help you on your way.
They go very fast, Mr. Bill.
Look at them, Cato. They're already over the first dip and going faster all the time. You fix the brakes on Thomas's car, as I told you?
Yes, sir.
Good. Neither one of them will stop until they reach the end. Thomas is certain that Scanlon and Durkin have it in for him.
He kept saying that, Mr. Bill.
Seeing them come after him will make him even more afraid. You see them? They're going around that curve now with Durkin and Scanlon about 50 yards behind.
Should we go now?
Yes, it's high time we were on our way, Cato. But not that way. We'd walk straight into the police.
How then?
Down the beams. By the time the police get things straightened out, the Green Hornet will be miles away.
Here's the Devil's Dipper. I don't see nothing wrong.
This is utterly ridiculous, getting me down to a deserted roller coaster this time of night.
Listen, Buckley. Didn't a call come into the police saying something was wrong here? And aren't you the safety inspector for the amusement park?
Well?
Then this is where you ought to be.
Sergeant, there's nothing wrong here.
Looks like a false alarm right now.
Oh, yeah? Look at that.
I don't see nothing.
Where, Lowry?
Up on the roller coaster. 2 cars coming around that last curve.
Hey, you're right. They'll be at this platform any minute.
This is childish. Who'll be riding at this hour?
Here comes the first, baby. Let's ask.
After me.
You, Thomas. What goes on?
Who's after you?
Durkin and Scanlon. Let me out of this car.
Hold it. What's that sticking out of your pocket?
I ain't got nothing.
This paper.
Hand that over, Lowry. We're running this, not you.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me read it.
This fuss is ridiculous.
Yeah? You know what the statement is?
I neither know nor care.
This is a signed statement about the accident.
Impossible. Those statements were... Huh? That is, I mean...
Go on, say it. They were swiped from the Daily Sentinel. That's what you were going to say.
That's right, Buckley. Nobody knew about those statements. How did you?
He's in with Durkin and Scanlon. I'll talk plenty. Nobody's putting me on the spot.
I haven't time for this farce. I'm leaving.
You're staying here, Buckley.
Here comes your pal. We'll take them in, too.
Up
Up on the platform. Make it snappy.
Cops! What's the idea?
Move!
You're all washed up, Durkin, you and your pals. We have Thomas's signed statement right here.
What statement?
The one I signed. You ain't putting me on the spot.
He's crazy. It was the Green Hornet.
Sure, the Green Hornet's working with you.
The Hornet.
Is he in on this?
That's what I'm telling you. These guys sent him to get me. Only he slipped up. I'm spilling the whole works.
Why, you...
No rough stuff, you.
Listen, officer, I had nothing to do with it. I'll tell you the whole story.
He's as guilty as we are.
We have the goods on all of you. You're going behind bars. If I could lay my hands on the Green Hornet, he'd be there with you.
You can't have everything, Sarge. Sure, he got away. But the roller coaster is finished, and so is that libel suit. Boy, I'll bet the boss will be tickled when he finds this out.
Roller coaster accident solved. Owners under arrest. Green Hornet still at large. Sentinel X3 Harper.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated. The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach. The Green Hornet. With his faithful valet, Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed as he races toward another thrilling adventure. The Green Hornet strikes again.
Hurry, Cato. We're out to break up the war on the waterfront. Come on! Get that cargo hoist filled! Move those boxes!
What's the rush, Pratt?
None of that, Wolf. Delay or no delay, we're doing the job. Shorty, Hick, put some muscle into it. Joe, make sure of that cable. When we swing this load aboard, I don't want nothing to slip.
Say, are you the boss here?
Huh? Who wants to know?
Yeah, that's him.
Are you in charge or aren't you?
I am. Now, look, mister, I'm busy.
Well, you're not busy enough. What's all the delay on this job?
What's it to you?
If you must know, I own this boat. My name's Jensen.
Oh, so you're Jensen. Boss of the Triple Stripe line, huh?
Answer my question. This boat was supposed to be ready to sail with last night's tide.
Don't blame us.
No?
Go on, Pratt. Tell him about the rotten equipment.
Shut up, Wolf. Tend to your job.
Rotten equipment on my boat?
Listen, Jensen. You may be a big shot aboard your steamers, but the Longshoremen's Union handles the loading. All we want from you is our pay, see?
So that's it, Trask. You're stalling on this job so you'll get more dough. And you try to blame your soldiering on the equipment of my boat.
Why, you little dried-up pipsqueak, what do you mean by that crack?
My boats are in perfect shape, every one of them.
Yeah? Then how come we've had 5 accidents in the last 2 days?
Bad loading, that's what.
Rotten equipment, you mean?
Look here, Trask, I've dealt with your union before.
Our union's always been on the level.
That's correct, up until now.
Are you saying I'm not on the level?
I am.
Look here, mister. You may have been a sea captain and bossed around a lot of sailors, but here on this wharf, I'm nobody's man but my own. Do you know that a whole dozen bales of wheat slipped off that hoist and landed plunk in 20 feet of green water?
I do, and what's more, I think you did it deliberately.
So's we could get more pay, huh?
No, you're being paid for this job on a time basis, so you drag it out all you can and blame it on my boat.
One more crack like that and we pull out of this job.
I'm losing $1,000 an hour for this delay, and I hold you responsible.
Try it and see what you get.
Hey, Pratt, she's all loaded, ready to hoist.
Okay. Hey, you on deck. You at the donkey engine.
Yeah? Is that net full of boxes going aboard that way?
What's wrong with it, Jensen?
It looks top-heavy to me.
My gang loaded that. They know what they're doing. You want your boat to clear port tonight, don't you?
Of course.
Then shut up and mind your own business. Okay, hoist her up for number 1 hatch.
Pull that gyro! Bring her clear the deck rail! Up higher!
Hey, clear that foredeck!
Still looks top-heavy to me.
Getting there, isn't she? Be over that hatch in a second.
Watch it! The cable snapped! Let her down! Let her down!
Swing it in, fast!
Watch that hoist. If the other cable snaps, she'll smash.
Keep going! Look out!
I told you it was overloaded.
Crash the deck! Shove in the hatch!
Get up there, you lugs!
That cable was rotten, Pratt.
Stow the talk. Get up there, all of you. Clear away that wreckage.
This settles it, Trask. Get your crew off this dock.
Huh?
You're fired.
What? Listen, Jensen, we got a contract. You can't fire us.
Union or no union, you're fired.
So, blaming us because of your rotten equipment.
Trask, I'll tell you something else. Someone phoned and told me that unless I paid $5,000, this job would run into trouble.
What?
I didn't believe it before I come here, but now I'm convinced it's true. And what's more, I think you're the man that's after that dough.
Why, you little
All I have so far is suspicions, but that's enough for me. After the way you've been handling this job, now get out and stay out.
All right, Jensen, we'll go. But the union's going to have plenty to say about this.
Let them. I'll take it up with the Board of Arbitration.
Go ahead. Meantime, you can't get anyone else.
I can get plenty.
My men are walking out, but we're picketing this place.
Picketing?
Yeah, Jensen. Starting right now, you're up against the strike.
Longshoremen go on strike. Union leader accused of seeking bribes. Sentinel paper. Strike ties up Waterfront. Read all about it.
So holy snakes, Casey. Can you imagine that guy Trask asking for a bribe?
Uh-huh.
It says right here in the paper. Jensen accuses Trask of asking for $5,000.
Uh-huh.
Holy crows, that all you got to say, Casey? Just plain,
Oh, what's the use of trying to get any typing done with you around here, Axford?
But golly, youngster, a bribe. Don't it make your blood boil?
There's no proof that Trask demanded that money.
Proof, is it? What more proof do you need? Ain't it a fact that there's been all that damage on the triple stripe loading job?
Mm-hmm.
And ain't the Board of Arbitration checking up to find out about Jensen's charge that Trask's been doing it deliberately?
Oh, you make me sick.
Huh? Ain't you feeling well?
No, I'm not. Trask has always had a good reputation, and there's never been any trouble between the longshoremen and the ship owners before.
Good gravy, Casey. You ain't sticking up for Trask.
I certainly am until it's proved otherwise.
Hi, Casey. Axford. Where's the boss?
You got something, Lowry?
Well, me and Clicker went over to the offices of the Triple Stripe Line and interviewed Jensen.
He runs the whole shebang, don't he?
Quiet, Axford.
And then we went over to the docks and interviewed Trask.
Come to the point. Did you get anything?
Casey, all we got was plenty of nothing.
Golly, I could have done that myself.
For once, you're right, Michael.
Is the strike still going?
And how? Unless the Board of Arbitration gets Jensen and Trask together, it's going to spread. It'll be war on the waterfront for sure.
Did you talk to Jensen and Trask, Lowry?
Yeah.
But he didn't get anything, Mr. Reed.
Oh, is that true, Lowry?
Both of them are sticking by their guns, boss. Jensen insists that Trask deliberately sabotaged the job.
And, Trask?
Trask swears up and down that his gang were doing all they could to load Jensen's boat as fast as they could. He blames the delay on poor equipment on Jensen's ship.
And did you ask him about this bribe business, Lowry?
Did I? He almost tossed me out the window when I brought it up. Boy, has he got a temper, and Jensen's just as bad. The Board of Arbitration's going to have a tough time getting those two together.
It's already done.
Huh?
I just spoke to Sligby. He says Jensen and Trask are meeting at his place in half an hour.
Sligby?
Unbutton your ears, Axford. Sligby's the politician in charge of the Board of Arbitration.
Lowry, take Miss Benny and get over there. Got the story and picture.
Right, boss.
Hold it.
Yeah?
That place will be jammed front and rear with longshoremen. They're big and tough, apt to resent outsiders. Axford, you go along with Lowry and Miss Benny, just in case.
Huh? Me, Reed? Why, golly, you mean I'm going out on a reporter job?
Get going.
Well, glory be. When I get me theory proved, I'll come back
on,
here...
bodyguard. When those two get together, there's going to be fireworks, and I don't want to miss it.
I regret to say I'm afraid you've missed it.
Gosh, Mr. Sligby, you mean there hasn't been any meeting?
We got here on the double.
Jensen and Trask have both left by different exits.
Is the strike settled?
It's worse, if anything. No sooner they sat down than Jensen repeated his accusation.
You mean about that bribe?
Yes.
But why should Trask or anyone else figure they could get $5,000 out of Jensen?
Very simple. It's worth much more than that for Jensen to get his ship loaded in a way.
Yeah, this strike is costing him plenty.
But what makes him think Trask is trying anything like that?
The accidents, the delay in loading.
You mean Trask really did things?
I don't think so, but Jensen does, even though he has no proof. My private opinion is that Jensen would be wiser if he paid.
What?
Oh, this is off the record, you understand. Not for publication. But it would save the situation.
Well, that's a funny attitude for the head of the Board of Arbitration to take.
Perhaps it is. However, I think
Hey, Clicker, bring your camera. They're outside.
Who, Axford?
Jensen and Trask. And aren't they having war?
Wow, come on, Clicker.
Lucky I got this camera set for an inside shot.
They ain't inside. They're right out on the street with the whole mob around them.
Which way, Axford?
Here, right on the other side of this door.
There they are.
Look at Jensen's waving a note under Trask's nose.
Shut up, Axford. I want to hear this.
What about this note, Trask? Demanding $5,000 from me, telling me to expect a phone call tonight.
I didn't send that note, Jensen.
Then who did? I'll tell you another thing, Trask. I've talked to a lot of other ship owners.
Well?
They've told me that in the past they've had to pay bribes just like this one. They paid up and shut up. But no one can browbeat me. I'm telling the world about it.
Go ahead. Well, one more crack that I'm the guy who sent that note, and I'll
You
break...
did, and you and your whole mob of muscle men here can't shut me up.
Sock him, Trask. He can't talk that way.
Use that camera, Clicker. Now.
I am. And what a shot. The whole mob with Trask and Jensen right in the middle. There, Mr. Reed. How's that for a picture?
Page one shooting, Miss Benny. You got the whole crowd.
And what a crowd, boss. Every one of them glaring at Jensen.
Sure, all them longshoremen. And poor little Jensen in the middle, talking about bribe notes.
What about this man here? He's smiling.
Who?
Yeah, dear. Isn't he a longshoreman? He's carrying a sign.
Yeah, that's right, boss. Now, what's he got to grin about?
It seems rather odd, inasmuch as Jensen had just called them all crooks.
Who is he?
Let me think.
Wolf. That's it, Wolf. Well, he's practically Trask's right-hand man.
Holy crow, Britt. Don't that prove my theory?
Trask is after that 5,000? I'm afraid not, Exford. Now, look at Trask's face. No crook could possibly fake an expression of outraged honesty like that.
Then why should his right-hand man be grinning like a banshee?
I don't know, Exford. I don't know. But perhaps there might be a way to find out.
That evening in his apartment, Britt Reed showed a copy of the photograph to Cato, his faithful valet and the only living man to know him as the Green Hornet.
Of course, it's quite possible that this man Wolf was grinning about some perfectly private matter. Still, why should he choose a time like that?
It's very strange, Mr. Britt.
Well, Jensen had just accused Trask of trying to force him to pay out $5,000. The longshoremen were all enraged at the accusation, except Wolf.
Perhaps Mr. Jensen was correct.
I don't believe Trask would try a stunt like that, Cato. From what I know of him, he's as honest as Jensen.
Then who could it be?
Well, someone's trying to get that money from Jensen. Someone who's in a position to keep a strike going until his demand is met.
The head of a union?
No, not the union, Cato. They're all sincere men. Nor is it Jensen, of course. Yet, we know that other ship owners have paid out money secretly.
Yes, that's what Mr. Jensen said.
If this man Wolf is serving two bosses, he may be the one clue to this whole setup. Cato, we're going to find out why Wolf was grinning.
Where are you going?
To the car. I want you with me to stay in the machine while I make a phone call.
Yes, sir.
With Cato at the wheel, the sleek black beauty raced through the city streets. It stopped near Wolf's home. Bitrude entered a phone booth and called Wolf.
Yeah, what do you want?
Wolf, the boss wants you to come over right away.
The boss? Who do you mean?
You know who I mean. It's about the triple stripe business.
You calling for Trask?
You know very well who it is. I can't mention names on the phone. Hurry it up.
Okay, I'll be right over.
Now to get back to Cato and the Black Beauty. When Wolf leaves his place, he's going to be followed by the Green Hornet.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green Hornet adventure. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a moment. Now to continue our story. After phoning Wolf, Britt Reed rejoined Cato in the Black Beauty.
I called Wolf and told him to go to his boss's place at once, Cato. If he's on the level, he'll go in the direction of Trask's home. If he's working for someone else, we'll learn who by trailing him when he leaves his house.
He's coming out now, Mr. Britt.
Yes, that's Wolf. I recognize him from his picture. He's getting in a cab.
Yes, sir.
Cato, look. That cab is going east in the opposite direction from Trask's place. Wolf is crooked. Don't lose him. I want to learn who his real boss is.
Keeping a safe distance behind, Cato trailed the cab until it stopped.
He's getting out now, Mr. Britt.
Don't stop, Cato. Go right by. I think I know whose home that is. I do, Cato. That's Slickby's home. Look, Slickby's getting Wolf in right now. Keep going. So that's who it is. Slickby, head of the Board of Arbitration. Instead of settling those labor disputes, he starts them. Head for Jensen's place, Cato.
I want to ask him some questions about a certain note.
Ah, 10 o'clock and still no phone call. Blast this strike situation. I've a good mind to sell the triple stripe line and get a farm in the country. Strikes and bribery.
Why don't you pay that $5,000, Jensen?
Who the devil?
You're losing money every hour.
You. You're masked. A gun.
You gonna pay that $5,000, or do you want the strike to get worse?
I've seen pictures of that mask. You're the Green Hornet.
Answer me, Jensen.
I'll never pay, not for Trask or anyone. Not even for the Green Hornet.
You received a note about that payment, didn't you?
If you're in with Trask, you know I did.
The Green Hornet works alone. Trask did not write that note.
Tell me another.
I've no time to argue. Give me the note.
Making believe you don't know, eh?
Hand it over.
Here. I don't mean to follow out the blasted instructions anyhow.
According to this, you're to attach 5,000 in small bills to a life belt and throw it from Pier 92 as soon as you receive further instructions. Where is that money?
I haven't got it.
You may say that, Jensen, but I saw your eyes turn toward the desk. That's where it is, huh? 5,000. Very nice.
Give me that.
Remember, I have a gun, Jensen. I don't want to use it unless I have to. So you had decided to pay after all.
Well, yes, I did. I can't prove Trask is the one who's after this money. Rather than let my boat lie idle, Yes, I'm paying. Now take this money and get out.
But I'm not taking it.
Huh? You're not?
I have good reason to believe you'll be getting a phone call soon about the time to deliver this money. I'm staying right here until that phone call comes in.
We've waited half an hour, Wolf. Make that phone call.
But listen, Sligby, I'm worried. If it wasn't you told me to come over here, then somebody knows about our scheme.
They don't know, Wolf. They may suspect, but that's all.
Oh, let's forget about Jensen. I'm telling you,
I'm
somebody
not
else...
giving up 5,000 because you're scared. Call him. Give him those instructions. Tell him to drop the money off Pier 92 at midnight. The tide will be running out. We'll be on a boat a mile or so below. We can pick that life preserver out of the water. No one's the wiser.
Yeah, I guess it's okay, as long as we don't have to get on the dock ourselves.
There's the phone, Jensen. Answer it.
You know too much.
Answer it.
Hello? Jensen speaking. What? Yes, I'll do it. I can't afford to have my boats tied up any longer. I understand at midnight. I heard you.
Midnight, eh?
Don't worry, I'll be there.
I know you will, Jensen. If you're not, I'll come back to get you. Remember that.
Who are you working for?
Never mind. Just be there.
Confident that Jensen would carry out his part and deliver the 5,000, Britt Reed left him. Before rejoining Cato and the Black Beauty, he removed his mask and made 2 phone calls. The first was to Michael Axford, ordering him to trail Trask, head of the striking longshoremen. The second to Trask, warning him of trouble at Pier 92. Then, at midnight...
Pier 92, all right. I don't see anyone around. What's this? Why, it's a life preserver. What the devil? It's money. Feels like plenty of it. Attached to the life preserver.
Exactly right, Trask.
Huh? Who said that?
Throw that life preserver in the river.
What? The Green Hornet.
Throw it in.
You're the one who called me. Whose money is this?
Jensen left it here.
What are you trying to do, frame me?
I said throw it in the river. Now, get over to the edge of the pier.
Now, look here.
There's a motorboat below. Oh, you've been followed, Trask. See at the shore end of the pier. Now get into that motorboat before they get...
There he is. I won't.
Jump! Start the motor out into the river.
Stop! You there's the motorboat!
Oh, come back here!
Call the harbor police. The police want some gentlemen.
What's this all about? What's the idea?
You'll learn soon enough. As soon as I open this cabin door. Don't try anything when my back is turned, Trask. Now, the man at the wheel and is keeping an eye on you.
What's going on here? Who locked me in that cabin?
Move toward the stern, Jensen.
All right. Trask.
Huh? Is that Jensen?
So I was right in the first place. You and the Green Hornet. When I got my $5,000, now put me ashore.
What are you talking about?
You know very well. If I'd known the Green Hornet was with you, he's the one who's been framing those accidents on my boat, huh? Meanwhile, you sit back and call a strike, and I don't kick in with the money right away.
You're crazy, Jensen. The Hornet forced me aboard.
You don't have to appear innocent any longer.
You're the one that's doing all this, not me.
Huh?
All this talk about demands for money. You know very well I never did a thing like that.
I suppose the next thing you're going to say is that I brought you on this boat for reasons of my own.
What else? I'm leading this strike. You can't break it any other way, so you have the Green Hornet Shanghai me.
Why,
You'll have him keep me hidden until you get this strike cleared up. That's your angle, huh?
Trask, I'm going to knock you.
I've been aching for this.
Quiet.
And that goes for you, too.
Come on, you and the Hornet boat.
I said quiet. Shut up. I'll give you both a dose of gas. I'm not working for either one of you.
You don't have to talk. Huh?
What's that? You ain't in with Jensen?
You and Trask didn't plan this whole thing.
I said so, didn't I?
But I don't get
Then
this.
what about the 5,000? You can't laugh that off.
I haven't got your 5,000, and neither is Trask.
Sure I ain't.
If it isn't here, where is it?
Out on the water, out there. Look.
Yes, that's the life preserver, all right, but who?
I made Trask throw it off the dock.
Yeah, but I don't know why.
Let me get this straight. Trask wasn't after my money?
Not me.
And you, Hornet, you weren't after it either?
That money is drifting downstream with the tide. It's out in mid-channel. We're going after it, but our lights are out and we're sticking close to shore in the shadows. Just keep your eyes on that life preserver and shut up.
You see anything yet, Sligby? Not yet, Wolf. Keep her headed upstream. Just enough throttle to hold against the tide.
Suppose Jensen didn't toss out that life preserver.
He did it all right with the money.
Yeah, I guess so. Sounded like he would on the phone.
I know the tide drift. You'll see it soon.
Hey, Sligby.
Spotted something.
Over there. No, a little to the port. Ain't that it?
Where? Yes, that's it. That's a life preserver. Swing the wheel.
Grab it before it gets caught in the propeller wash.
I have it.
Is that it? Is the dough there?
I think so. Yes, here it is. Fastened to the loop.
$5,000.
This is it, all right.
Well, Sligby, another 5,000 for it. Just like rolling off a log.
And no one the wiser.
Imagine that lunkhead Jensen. He figures Trask is the guy that engineered that strike and demanded this dough.
That's it. We get the money and Trask takes the blame.
Hey, look. There's a launch here coming towards us. No lights.
I have the money. Quick, pull this life preserver over the side.
They're coming fast. Must have been in the shadows.
Give her the gas, you fool. Head for the shore.
Okay.
Faster, she's gaining.
We can't go no faster.
Sheer off there. Look out. Look out, Sligby. They're coming aboard.
Cut your motors down and we'll give you some of this gas.
What are you doing here? What do you want?
Don't move, Sligby. Come on, you cut that motor. Trask, Jensen, come here.
Get this.
Sligby, you.
I assure you, I don't know what this is all about.
Look at the other man, Trask. You recognize him?
Hey, let me go.
Stand still, you little rat. Well, Trask?
Well, I'll be... Wolf, listen, I don't know nothing about nothing, see?
Don't try that, Wolf. You're talking to the Green Hornet now.
Oh, that's who you are. That mask.
Jensen, take this wrench and smash in that motor.
I still don't know.
Oh, keep him covered from the other launch and keep that motor running.
So you're double-crossing me, huh? Leave me go, Trask. I swear
All
I
the while I thought you were on the level, you've been doing this.
What about you, Sligby? Don't tell me you have nothing to say.
Trask, listen. I don't understand what this is all about. But you're not taking the word of a crook like the Green Hornet against me.
We got plenty on you, Sligby.
That's ridiculous.
We saw you take that life preserver from the river, Sligby.
How about that? Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
What's there to tell? I don't know what life preserver you're talking about. Here, I'll even show you around the boat, so you can see for yourself.
No, you don't. Trying to throw the money overboard, eh, Sligby?
Let me go.
Give me that. Oh, that's better. Police here, Trask. Take this money.
Hey, you ain't gonna let him get away. He's the Green Hornet.
Grab him, Trask.
A little too late for that. Fast off. Head for the shore.
Oh, my jaw.
Blast him, he got away.
Here come the police.
Stand still, all of you. What do you make a move? You're all covered.
It's all right. I'm Jensen.
Here's Trask and Wolf.
You and the dick board.
Get up.
Officer, this is an outrage. I warn you.
Sligby, what are you doing out here? Trying to settle the strike in mid-river?
Officer, I demand that you arrest these two men. They're the ones who planned that strike. They took my money.
Yeah, I'll talk. You got the goods on me.
Holy crow, Lowdy. Look at Trask. He's got the money right in his hand. I guess that proves me theory was right. Trask is the crook.
Why, you blamed idiot.
Let him go. Trask had nothing to do with it.
He didn't. Then who did?
Sligby. Sligby's the one. I demand his arrest.
Sligby, huh? Okay, mister. Join your pal over here.
Oh, what a yarn this is. Hey, Doyle, how about heading for shore? They don't have telephones on the river.
We're going, Lowry.
All right, I'm moving. But why didn't you go after that other launch? You let him get away.
What other launch? Let who get away?
The Green Hornet was in that launch.
Who?
The Green Hornet?
How about it, Trask? Was that the Green Hornet?
Sure it was.
He got us out here in the first place.
You saps. You got us, but you let him slip through your fingers.
Suffering snakes. Golly, Reed's going to be surprised when I tell him how close I come to getting me hands on the Green Hornet.
Read all about it. Hornet escapes harbor police. Green Hornet still at large. Central Extreme Headquarters.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet, Incorporated. The events and characters depicted are fictitious, and any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental. The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies that even the G-men cannot reach. The Green Hornet. His faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld, risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed as he races toward another thrilling adventure. The Green Hornet strikes again.
Hurry, Cato. We're out to break the tenement racket.
Wow, ain't this some fire?
Rotten tenements burn like tinder.
Let's get up close. Look at the flames. Boy, did you ever see so many fire engines?
Hey, there's a dame on the roof. Now stand back, all of you. They'll get her.
Gangway coming through.
Nobody comes through these fire lines, Spot.
Here's my press card. Lowry of the Daily Sentinel.
Oh, reporter, huh?
Right. Open up, officer.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is this guy with you?
Suffering snakes. Don't you recognize me? I'm Axford. I used to be on the force.
Oh, yeah, Axford.
Oh, I guess you let me get by with
No,
Lowry.
you don't, Axford. You ain't on the force now.
It's all right, officer. He's with me. Come on, Axford.
I'm telling you, Lowry, if it had been any other cop, I could have got us through them fire lines.
Yeah, watch that hose. Don't tangle up those big feet of yours.
Good gravy, Lowry. Look at that ladder. Them firebugs got us right up to the roof.
Swell. They're bringing down that woman. And there's a kid with her. He's coming down, too. Well, don't stand gaping, Axford. Follow me. When that woman and her kid hit the pavement, I want to be right on the spot for an interview.
Yeah, let me ask her some questions, Lowry.
You? I'll do the talking. You listen and learn.
Easy now, lady.
You're all right.
Don't worry, everything's fine. That's right.
Oh, my Tony. Where's my Tony?
He's right behind you, lady.
Mom.
Oh, Tony, my little Bambino. So much smoke, so much fire.
He climbed down the ladder, Mama. All the way down the ladder. I'm going to be a fireman when I grow up.
You're lucky to be alive so you can grow up, Sonny.
Who are you?
Suppose I ask you the same question, mister.
I have a right to be here. This building happens to belong to me.
Oh, so that's who you are. Macklin, huh?
Yes, and I'm having you and your friend thrown right back at the police lines where you belong. Hey, you there. You with a hose.
Who's throwing who out?
Relax, Axford. I'll handle this.
We'll see about that. You, fireman.
Listen, mister, we're putting out this blaze. There's no...
Throw this man out. Throw them both out. I demand it.
Yeah, and who are you to be giving orders? A battalion chief?
Why, I own that building.
I'd be ashamed to admit it. Now stop bothering me.
I guess that'll hold you, Macklin. Now listen, lady. Let's have your own personal story. Where were you when the fire started?
Yeah. I want no reporters slumping around.
Mister, with a fire like this, reporters are around like bees after honey. Now get out of here and stop bothering me.
I'm warning you. You be careful what you print. The law takes care of things like that.
Holy crow. He's burning up worse than his tenement, ain't he?
What's your name, lady?
Please, you know, bastard.
I'm Tony Pitlack. Mom and me live in that house.
What's left of it, Sonny?
Now, look, Mrs. Pitlack. How'd you like your picture in the papers? Right on the front page, you and Tony.
Please, they put the fire out pretty soon. You let us go?
You and Tony come along with us. We'll take care of everything. That's it, Tony. Come on.
Where are we going?
No, we stay here.
Sure, lady. We ain't meaning no harm. Don't worry about a thing.
Get him through the police line. We'll grab a cab, Axford.
It's all right?
All right, lady. Why, it's perfect. You and your son are coming to the office of the Daily Sentinel.
Huh?
Get smart, Axford. This tenement fire's big. The Daily Sentinel's going to spread it all over page 1. An exclusive story is told by one of the victims.
All right, Lowry. I'm glad you brought them here.
Golly, Reed. They was out in the street, her and the little one.
They had to be carried down from the roof.
Here, Mrs. Pitlack. You and Tony come right in and sit on that couch.
That's the time for us to go home.
You're better off here.
Gee, is this a real newspaper? Honest?
Youngster, this ain't only a real newspaper. This is Britt Reed's own office.
That's it. Sit down. My secretary will be right in with some food.
Oh, here's Casey now, boss.
You should have seen that restaurant owner downstairs. Did his eyes pop when I asked him for milk?
Here you are, Tony. Drink this.
A sandwich for you, Mrs. Pitlack.
It's so late. Me and the Tony, please, we gotta go home.
Sure, but eat something first.
Oh, Sonny, don't try to drink it all in one gulp.
Can I come here every day?
Oh, Tony, any time at all.
Now, Mrs. Pitlack. You and Tony were in the tenement house when the fire started, weren't you?
That's all right. Me and my Tony will live there.
Boss, it's a fire trap if I ever saw one.
I know, Lowry. A lot of those old tenements are still in use. They were built before the new building laws went into effect, so they're allowed to stand.
Yeah, but I think those tenements of Macklin's are even worse than the rest.
Aren't there some safety devices that they must have, Mr. Reed? Fire escapes and things like that?
Don't tell me Macklin's tenements have no fire escapes.
Oh, they have fire escapes, all right, but I'd hate to try climbing down one. They wouldn't hold a powder puff.
Yet the building inspector okayed them.
He did?
Well, the mere fact that Macklin's tenements are full proves that.
If fires like this one can happen, they ought to be condemned.
What does that mean?
Huh? What's that, Sonny?
What she just said. Condemned.
Tony, that means when something is bad, it ought to be stopped.
In this case, kid, it means torn down.
Torn down.
Tony, let me ask you a question.
Anything you want, mister.
You'll be careful, Tony.
Do you like the place you live in?
See, it's a fine place. Cheap rent. You tell him yes, Tony.
Lady, you ain't sticking up for that dub, are you?
Hush up, Axford. Can't you see Mr. Reed's asking?
How about it, Tony? Wouldn't you like to live in a nice, clean home instead?
Gee, mister, can I?
No more dirt, no more dark stairs or broken windows. Mrs. Pitlack, if the fire didn't finish that tenement, it ought to be torn down.
No, mister. We stay there.
But, lady, don't you realize...
All the time talk. We no listen. We no want to move. We'll go someplace else. It costs too much money. We stay. It's cheap. It's a fine place.
Mrs. Pitlack, you can't really believe that. Why, that fire you just went through was...
Please, no more talk. You want to tear down a house and turn us out in street. No place to stay, no place to go.
Suffering snakes, lady. You'll get a better home.
It's too much money. Mr. Macklin, he's a good landlord. We stay there.
Mrs. Pitlack, we're trying to help you.
You try tear down my home. I'm say no. I'm a good American. Me and Tony, we have a citizen's papers.
Now, wait a minute.
Tony, now, you come with Mama.
Yes, Mama.
Well, take it easy. You can't...
Never mind, Larry. If we try to stop her, she'll only get more frightened. Axford.
Yeah, Reed?
Go along with them. See that they get home safely.
And what a home.
We'll like. Goodbye.
Mrs. Pitlack, are you surprised at you?
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah, try to help him and look what you get.
Yes, it's too bad.
It's disgraceful, that woman, keeping a kid like Tony in such an environment.
Just a moment, Miss Casey. Are you blaming Mrs. Pitlack?
I certainly am.
Well, then you can stop it right now. She's no more responsible than, well, her little son.
Gosh, boss, she's keeping him there, isn't she?
Lowry, Mrs. Pitlack is poor. She's uneducated. Like the rest of the people who live in those slums, she has to fight for existence.
We're not arguing about that, Mr. Reed.
Those people can't afford better living quarters. They scrimp on every penny. And because they're poor and alone, they're afraid of any attempt to pull them out of their accustomed routine.
But we want to help them.
They resent it. They cling to what they have.
Those tenements of Macklin's aren't worth having.
Well, try and convince them. You heard Mrs. Pitlack.
It is impossible, Mr. Reed.
The only way to get them out of where they are is to raise those slum dwellings to the ground, every last one of them.
Sweet chance of getting Macklin to do that. He makes a mint out of those tenements. Crowds them in like sardines.
The Daily Sentinel can put pressure against such conditions. Maybe we can arouse the building inspectors.
Boss, that 3-alarm fire will do plenty.
Yeah, well, we'll keep it up. If those fire traps are once torn down, there'll be new homes built, better homes fit for living.
For Mrs. Pitlack and Tony.
And all the others like him.
But Macklin won't like it, Mr. Reed.
We're not concerned about Macklin. Slums have no place in this city. We're going to start cleaning house.
Sentinel paper! 3-alarm blaze hits tenement district! Publisher demands building investigation! Sentinel paper!
Imagine the nerve of that young publisher. Why, I could sue him for libel. What does he mean by raising a fuss about my tenements?
Now he's just looking for circulation. Sells more papers.
Perhaps I will sue him, Weaver.
Better not try it, Macklin. Remember, them tenements ain't exactly perfect.
Now, listen here, Weaver. You're the building inspector, aren't you?
That's me.
You went over my tenements and found nothing wrong. Isn't that true?
I found plenty wrong, and you know it.
I'm not so loud. There's a reporter outside.
He ain't hearing. There's plenty out of line with your tenements, Macklin. Plenty.
Now, look here, Weaver. Are you double-crossing me? You promised you'd give my tenements an okay.
Sure I did. It's all fixed.
Why do you say things like that?
You mean about the stuff that's wrong? I'm just reminding you about it so you won't try no libel suits against the Sentinel.
Why not? Your report backs me up.
Sure. But the suit for libel's going to start a lot of other people looking through them buildings. They'll be checking up on my report.
Let them. Your report's the only one that counts.
Yeah, but why take any risk when we don't have to? Just keep renting out your tenement space and raking in the dough and forget this Sentinel business.
Perhaps you're right.
Of course I'm right. Them tenants you got ain't kicking.
Oh, they're too ignorant. Imagine, Weaver, they're taking my side against the Sentinel. Can you beat it? They think the Sentinel's trying to drive them out of house and home.
The saps don't understand we're making suckers out of them.
Huh? Did you say we?
Sure, you're the landlord, and I'm getting my cut, ain't I?
Oh, yes, that.
Yes, Mr. Macklin?
Is that reporter out there?
Yes, he is, Mr. Macklin.
He's been cooling his heels for an hour. Send him in. I have a little surprise for him.
That the guy from the Daily Sentinel?
Yes. Watch his face when he learns you've okayed my tenements.
So, you're finally welcoming the press, huh?
Oh, not all the press. Just the Daily Sentinel. You know Weaver? He's the building inspector.
Yeah, here you went over Macklin's slums.
Yeah, that's a strong word.
Are those dumps? It's mild.
Mr. Weaver has concluded his tour of inspection. Before he releases his report generally, I thought I'd like to have the Daily Sentinel hear it.
Ooh, giving us a scoop, huh?
Your paper's been so interested in my tenements, I thought this was the least I could do.
Don't kid me, Macklin. You hate the Sentinel. Okay, Weaver. What's the verdict?
My report clears Mr. Macklin of any blame. His tenements comply with the building regulations in every respect.
What about the fire escapes?
These buildings were erected quite a few years ago. They obey all the requirements for dwellings built at that time.
I guess that settles your newspaper crusade once and for all.
Why, you profiteering...
Never mind the name.
I should have known you weren't giving us anything, Macklin.
My tenants are satisfied.
Sure, they don't know any better. So this is your scoop.
I hope the Sentinel has learned its lesson.
Well, if that's the report, there's nothing we can do. But I'll tell you one thing.
Well?
I smelled a rat when I came in here. Now I'm sure of it.
You don't say.
Yeah. Only I got my numbers wrong. It wasn't one rat I smelled, it was two. And the names are Macklin and Weaver.
He did, eh, Lowry? Weaver gave Macklin's tenements a clean bill. I guess if Weaver okayed it, that finishes our campaign. Oh, I know, Lowry. I feel the same way, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, I think it's a shame, Mr. Reed.
You heard what Lowry said?
No, I got the gist of it from your answers. Macklin's tenements won't be condemned.
The building inspector passed them.
How could he? Those tenements aren't fit to live in.
The Sentinel's gone the limit on this, Miss Case. Nothing more we can do. You might as well get out to your desk.
Well, the way I feel now, I could tear it apart.
You and I both, Miss Case.
I'd rather do it to Macklin.
Rotten tenements. Slums, every one of them. And Macklin lives on that kind of money with the help of a crooked building inspector. There ought to be some way. Some way of taking care of men like that. Macklin and Weaver. The law can't touch them, but there's one person who can. It looks as if I'm going out once more as the Green Hornet.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Green Hornet adventure. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a moment. Now to continue our story. Later that evening in his apartment, Britt Reed spoke to Cato, his valet and the only living man to know him as the Green Hornet.
Well, that's the situation, Cato, and something must be done about it.
Very bad, Mr. Brett.
There's already been one fire in Macklin's slum dwellings. Fortunately, the tenants escaped with burns and minor injuries. Those tenants are back there again, living in those same uncrowded, sanitary conditions.
Yes, sir.
Unless those tenements are condemned, the situation will continue. We can't have that happen, Cato.
What can you do, Mr. Brett?
Those tenants are poor, like Mrs. Pitlack. If no other way is open, they must be scared out of staying there.
How you do that?
Another thing. Weaver's report on the tenements hasn't been turned in yet. Macklin showed it to Lowry this afternoon. That report won't be released until morning.
I see, Mr. Brett.
Bring the Green Hornet mask and the gun and some Green Hornet seals. We're going out in the Black Beauty tonight.
Keeping to deserted side streets, the Black Beauty raced for the slum section of the city. Leaving the car in a dark alley, Britt Reed and Cato moved cautiously into one of Macklin's tenements.
Here we are, Cato. Fortunately, the halls are unlighted. I trust Macklin not to spend any money to give these poor tenants light.
Yes, it's very dark.
Have you got the Green Hornet stickers?
I have them.
Yeah, I'll take half of them. Now, you understand what we're to do, Cato?
Yes, sir.
We'll start at the top floor and put a Green Hornet sticker on every door. Make sure your mask is on completely like mine. That's right. Keep your hat well down over your eyes. Should we pass anyone in the hall, the darkness will do the rest. All right? Up the stairs.
The two masked figures climbed the dark stairs until they reached the top floor. They worked their way down, putting Green Hornet stickers on each door.
So far, so good, Cato. We put the stickers on quietly so as not to arouse the tenants. But this time, we won't bother about being quiet.
Why, Mr. Britt?
Well, this door happens to be Mrs. Pitlack's room, Cato. We're going to make sure that she sees the Green Hornet as well as the sticker. Paste the sticker on.
Mrs. Pitlack, open the door. Mrs. Pitlack.
Please, sir, who are you? What do you want?
Mrs. Pitlack, you're moving out of this tenement. It isn't safe.
Ah? Who's the talk? You pull your hat down so I know I can see your face.
There. Can you see me now?
You wear the mask. What do you want?
Look at that sticker on the door.
Madre mia, it's the Green Hornet. That's why you wear the mask. The Green Hornet.
Yes, Mrs. Pitlack, and the Green Hornet is telling you now move out of this tenement. It isn't safe.
Hey, I go right now. Me and the Tony. You no do nothing. I'm going to hear about this Green Hornet. You're a bad man.
Nothing will happen to you if you move. Remember that.
See, I don't forget.
Come on, down the stairs to the car.
Help, police! Help, the Green Hornet! Police, do something!
Listen, Cato.
Look, Green Hornet! What do you mean, Green Hornet?
There she goes, rousing the house just as I figured. When those people start calling headquarters, things will start popping.
Yeah, I know. You're the fifth one to call up about them Green Hornet stickers. Yeah, there's a cop on his way there from the beat right now. Them cranks down in the tenements. Probably a bunch of kids playing tricks.
Suffering snakes, Dial. Ain't you going down there your own self?
Will you mind your own business, Axford? I know what I'm doing.
But, golly, if it's the Green Hornet...
Maybe it is, but most likely it ain't. What would the Green Hornet be doing pulling a childish stunt like that? When that harness cop calls up, it's time to ask
Holy crow! If I was running this department...
But you ain't, you big lug. I am. And I ain't going out on no wild goose chase. Another one. What do you want?
Hey, Sarge, it's on the level. The Green Hornet was down here.
Huh? You say the Hornet did plant them stickers?
Holy crow!
The tenants are in an uproar. There's Hornet stickers all over the place.
Get me the Daily Sentinel. Quick, operator, hurry.
You're sure it ain't a joke?
Not on your life, Sarge. They're milling around worse than when that fire happened.
Hold everything. I'll be right there.
Sentinel, give me Lowry, quick. Michael Axford, that's who's calling.
It's on the level, Axford. The Green Hornet.
Lowry? Yeah. Listen. The Green Hornet's down at one of Macklin's tenements.
Hey, Kelly, get a squad car out.
Okay, Sarge. I'm going down there after him now. Me and Dial. Hey, Dial.
Send out an alarm, Joe. The Hornet's been busy downtown.
I'll do that, Sergeant.
That squad car ready yet, Kelly?
It's here and waiting, Sarge.
Okay.
Dial. Hey, Dial, wait for me. Suffering snakes. You can't catch the Green Hornet without you have me along to put the finishing touches on him.
And the phone. Wonder who'd be calling me this time of night. Hello?
Mr. Macklin, this is Police Sergeant Doyle. I'm calling from one of your tenements.
Police sergeant. One of my tenements. What's wrong? Anything happened?
The Green Hornet slapped stickers all over the place. Do you know anything about it?
Why, that's foolish. What would the Green Hornet have to do with...
Put down that phone, Macklin.
You. The Green Hornet. What are you doing here?
Huh? What's that?
The Green Hornet. He's here.
Drop that phone.
Hey, look here, you can't...
You're
do
coming
that.
with me, Macklin.
No, you can't.
We're going to call on Weaver, the two of us.
I won't go.
I want to find out about those tenements of yours.
You're a crook. You can't make me...
I'll make you do anything I want. Pretty nice racket you're running.
Are you calling me a criminal?
Those buildings are fire traps. You're raking in plenty of rent on them. That's why I'm interested, Macklin. We're going over to Weaver's now. It's a showdown.
You realize that phone is still open?
What, the phone?
Hornet, the police have heard every word you said.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah. Too late now.
Perhaps I wanted the police to hear.
If you persist on taking me to Weaver, you'll run right into them.
I'll be the best judge of that. Every squad car in town will be at that tenement house of yours, and that's 20 minutes away. Now get moving.
I refuse.
Oh.
We'll see about that.
Drop that face. Poor aim, Macklin, now.
Let go.
I said you're going to Weaver with me, and I mean it. There. That punch will keep him out just about long enough to get him to Weaver's place without any fuss. It's only 2 blocks away.
Green Hornet's coming over here, is he?
Lucky thing the police overheard him and called me. Right 16, left 24. I'll have those papers out of the safe before he pokes his nose in here. Now over to the right, 12, and open. Here they are now. Now I'll toss them. What the Macklin?
Look out, Weaver. He's right behind me.
Shoved him in ahead just in case you might be waiting with a gun.
You, the Green Hornet.
Oh, my jaw. I'm still groggy. You knocked me out and brought me here.
I see you've opened your safe, Weaver. Hand those papers over.
You want them, Hornet? Pull them out of the fire.
No, you don't, Weaver.
Come on, Macklin, get him.
Don't try it. There's someone behind you.
Huh?
Another guy with a mask.
And a gun. One move and you get a dose of gas.
Okay. We ain't moving.
That's better. Close that door and lock it. Now I'll see why you were so anxious to burn these papers.
They have nothing to do with me.
Sure. Just reports, that's all.
I'll be the judge of that.
Listen, Hornet. If it's money you're after...
Very interesting. Here's a report, Weaver, stating that Macklin's tenements conform with the building laws.
That's true. They do, every one of them.
We're going to turn this report in tomorrow.
What about it?
Well, were you or were you not?
Well, yeah, if you must know, I was.
Yet these other papers are the ones showing the actual results of your checkup on those tenements. According to these, there are plenty of things wrong with the buildings.
Weaver, you fool. Keeping those papers.
Here's one on fire escapes. Supports rusted away, incapable of holding more than 20 pounds. And this one, broken steps, banister completely missing. Which is correct, Weaver, your faked report or these inspection sheets?
What are you asking for? You know I faked the reports.
Weaver, if I had any idea you were hanging onto those inspection sheets,
It's too late now, Macklin.
Why didn't you destroy them?
I was going to.
He didn't destroy them because he figured he might be able to use them against you, Macklin.
Against me? What do you mean?
My guess is Weaver kept them around so we could dig more money out of you.
What?
Hush money. Am I right, Weaver?
Who asked you to butt in?
Weaver. So it's true. I paid you for these false reports, and you plan to keep on collecting afterward.
He won't anymore.
What's to stop me? Okay, I was going to get more dough out of you, Macklin, and I'm still going to say you rake in plenty from them tenements.
It's my turn now.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. I have these inspection sheets now.
Oh, that's it.
Listen, Hornet, those sheets belong to me.
You're welcome to take them back, if you can.
No, I'm no sap bucking up against the Green Hornet.
Well, how much do you want?
How much?
Don't stall. I'll pay for those.
You will, Macklin. You will pay plenty.
He's got you, Macklin.
Within limits. Don't forget, Hornet. The tenants in those buildings are with me.
They were with you. Have you forgotten what happened tonight?
Another fire?
Green Hornet stickers were plastered all over one of Macklin's tenements. If I do that a few more times, those tenants will surely move out.
You're bluffing. You don't dare.
Sure, it takes more than one scare to drive them saps out. Police!
So they did hear you, Hornet. Give me those papers.
Yes, there's a squad car at the door.
Burn those inspection sheets, quick!
Hurry, you fool. If they find them here, we're all in for it.
Let them. We're going out the back.
The back, yes. Remember, Weaver, we haven't been here.
Not you, Macklin. You're staying.
What's the matter with you?
I'm going alone with my assistant. Now, don't move.
Open up! It's the law!
Grab him, Macklin. Don't let the Hornet get away.
Give me those papers, Hornet.
Stop him!
We're leaving.
Now you got in my way.
Oh, he's gone.
Open up! We want the Green Hornet. Smash it in.
Where's the Hornet?
Oh, my jaw.
What are you talking about?
Hey, Sarge, here's the door to the back.
Open it.
We locked it on the other side. All right, you two. You know the Hornet was here. What was he after?
I don't know. He brought me here.
Why talk to us?
We'll get him. Leave me at that door.
Too late, Doyle. You and Axford can't get to the Green Hornet in time.
Huh?
There goes the Hornet's car now.
I missed that guy by a gnat's whisker again.
Well, thanks for coming here anyway.
Wait a minute, Mr. Macklin. We ain't through with you yet.
What? Why do you say that?
These papers were stuck under the back door.
Papers?
Sure. The Hornet must have dropped them in his hurry. Look at them, Lowry.
Will I? Gimme.
What are they, Lowry?
I insist you release us. What have the Hornet's papers got to do with us?
Wow. These aren't the Hornet's papers.
Huh?
They're Weaver's inspection sheets on those tenements.
I never saw them before.
We'll check that against your handwriting, Weaver.
What's more, these papers prove those tenements should be condemned, and these two are going to cover it up.
Suffering snakes.
You're headed for the jug, both of you.
I demand my right to a lawyer.
You will get it. Keep an eye on him, Joe.
Right, Sarge.
You'll be seeing your lawyer in jail.
Golly, Lowry. You mean to say them two is crooks just like the Green Hornet?
Yeah, with one difference.
What's that?
Crooks like these guys can be caught, but it takes more than a squad from headquarters to even get close to the Green Hornet.
Sentinel X-Street paper! Tenements condemned! Owner and building inspector face jail term! Hornet escapes from police! Read all about it! Green Hornet still in large! Sentinel X-Street paper!
story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Green Hornet Incorporated. The events and characters depicted are fictitious, and any similarity to actual persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.